Later. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Thursday morning of the Iowa High School State Wrestling Tournament. We are here, Class 1A. I'm Worm Buffelli alongside Lars Underbaki. Lars, what's up, brother?
Oh, ready for another day of wrestling.
Yeah,
greatest tournament in the world.
Oh yeah. So we started off Class 1A. Apologize, I'm a little bit late here, but had a little technical difficulty. But hey, we're rolling now. So right now on mat 1, we got Chase Morris out of North Tama taking on Daniel Ramirez out of Postville. On 2, we got Jack Gogol out of Lisbon taking on Tyler Pugh of West Central Valley. Mat 3, Isaac Marr of Riceville taking on Ian DeBoom of West Sioux. Caleb Gordon on mat 4 from Jessup taking on Kinnick Pogue out of Baxter. Mat 5, we got Micah Scoggin out of Lake Mills taking on Andrew Baxter of Westwood Sloan. Mat 6, Landon Thayer out of Logan Mag taking on Easton Webb out of Martinsville St. Mary. Mat 7, Ryan Huxman out of Bowden Hall Valley taking on Hudson Cox out of Southeast Warren. And on mat 8, we have Keaton Whitrock out of Mason Northwest Webster taking on Brody Hoskig of Belle Plaine.
Yeah, I got a few finals already. Lisbon's 1-1. Kyler Happel lost by fall at 106, but Jack Gogol just picked up a fall for Lisbon. Caleb Gordon of Jessup picked up a fall already here early. We are underway.
So let's talk here. Class 1A. This first round is going to be guys that have to wrestle into the tournament. All the top 8 seeds have a bye first round. We're gonna wrestle this round first, and then we'll go right into second round.
Yep, seeds 9 through 24 wrestling this morning. They will all wrestle again. If they win, they advance to that second round, take on the top 8 seeds. Losers will go to the backside, get a bye, and then await whoever loses that second round. So all these wrestlers will wrestle twice today if they're in this round.
Today's a long day for us today.
It's going to be a grind. We got all 3 classes coming at you today.
But hey, guess what, man? We get to do this.
We get to.
Down here on 6, looking for a fall here, we have Landon Thayer out of Logan Mag. He's up 10-0, and he's looking for a fall here. There's the fall. Or no, 4 near falls. Time runs out. He's up 14-0. End of the second period here. So big story in Class 1A, obviously, Bosco.
Yeah.
You know, they got a lot of hammers.
We got, 6 or 7? Yeah, I did it. Number 1 ranked kids coming in from Don Bosco this year. But there's some good teams behind them. You know, Jessup, Woodbury Central. A few of these teams are gonna score a lot of points this weekend. Try to compete for those team trophies as well. You know, Jessup gave them a pretty good run there at state duels. Looking to do the same here.
For those that are listening on YouTube, if there's a match that you want to cover, throw it in the chat here. We will go ahead and we'll try covering the best we can for you. Or if you guys have any good questions for me and Lars, you know, any good wrestling questions, we'll be more than happy to answer for you.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 at 120, Lane Knudsen.
Or just want to tell us how great we are. We'll take that too.
Yeah, we do compliments all day.
Central Springs,
Got Cradle down here on 4. Looks like
Zachary Williams
out of Sumner, Fredericksburg.
Nathan Benedict, Woodbury Central, Cooper DeMoss, Columbus Catholic.
Good match on 5 right now. Micah Scoggin out of Lake Mills. 5-3 lead over Andrew Baker out of Westwood Sloan. Westwood Sloan's another one of those sneaky teams. You know, they got a couple sets of brothers over there that are coming in hot. You know, could score a lot of points there for Westwood Sloan.
Eric Shares just sent me a text on that too. Kipton Cox is the son of Rhino Cox.
Rhino.
I remember texting you guys like, is this his actual name? And you're
yeah.
Yeah.
Grew up wrestling with old Rhino.
Yeah, this is the fun part about being an elder statesman. You're starting to see kids that, you know, you wrestled with their dads in high school.
Yeah. But I don't know if you've seen this Kason Lopez from West Sioux yet. He's fun to watch. He's dynamic. He's been climbing the rankings all year. Lopez right now out to 8-1 lead over Kipton Cox down there on mat 2. And Lopez is only a freshman.
Okay.
Number 7 at 113.
West Sioux always just going to have guys.
Always got some guys. Coach Van Ort does a phenomenal job up there. Coming out now on mat 7, we'll have Carter Ham of Lake Mills taking on Jagger White out of Nashville Plainfield.
Down on 8, it looks like Keaton Whitrock is picking up that win. 10-3 over Brody Hosick out of Belle Plaine.
Hudson Cox, Southeast Warren did pick up a fall down there.
Eli Reed, Alta Aurelia. Amy of Columbus, WMU. Reed of Alta Aurelia, now up on mat number 5 at 113. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 126.
Now up on mat 5 will be Dakota Aney, Columbus, Winfield Mount Union, taking on Eli Ribe out of Alta Aurelia. That'll be 113 pounds already, so we're off and rolling here.
Now up on mat number 7.
Now up on 2, CJ Rodriguez, Emmitsburg, taking on Drew Teague from West Central Valley. Again, you guys want to hear anybody specific? If you're listening for somebody in particular, let us know. We'll try our best to keep you as updated as we can. Down on 7, Jagger White looking for a fall here in the first period. Came out, got a takedown, and there it is. Jagger White, Nashville Plainfield, moving on to round 2.
He had both arms trapped there on that Saturday night.
Ian DeBoom of West Sioux picked up a major decision over Isaac Marr of Riceville on mat 3.
Over on 3, Luke Buckingham is going to start off Central Decatur taking on Brody Johnson on Logan Mag. Again, another program. Logan Mag always has guys. As I say that, looks like Johnson's got a cradle locked up. Looking to set that over real quick.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 120, Maxwell Klein, Lawton Brunson, Jacob Rauch.
Coming out now on 7 will be Maxwell Klein of Lawton Bronson taking on Jacob Rauch out of Northland. Over there on 5, Dakota Aney jumps out to a quick 6-1 lead.
Ooh, that is a nasty farmer over there on 6. He peeled the face clear off.
That is Nathan Benedict's Woodbury Central. He's already up 10-0 on Cooper DeMoss. Looking for some near fall, possibly a pin here. Here he's getting some near fall. Oh, nice job. But thought DeMoss was going to get off his back for a second, but Benedict's readjusts, looking for the fall here. Again, Woodbury Central is one of those teams we expect in complete contention for a team trophy, so any kind of bonus points here is huge.
For sure.
We saw that last night when North Scott had 8 pins, put themselves into second place in Class 3A.
Down on 2, looks like CJ Rodriguez locked himself up a fall possibly here. His time's about to expire, though. He's got about 10 seconds. Yeah, and he gets the fall. CJ Rodriguez of Emmitsburg picks up the win, first round.
Zachary Williams of Sumner Fredericksburg picks up a 16-0 tech fall there in the second period on mat 4.
Coming down here on mat 4, we got a fresh one coming. We got Cale Stricker out of Lisbon. He's taking on Mason Falk out of Hudson.
Stricker of Lisbon, Falk of Hudson.
Lane Knutson out of Central Springs out to a 6-1 lead heading to the third period of mat 1. He's facing Leighton Landschwager out of Alta Aurelia.
Down on 8, we got a fall cooking here. There's the fall on mat 8.
Chase Schleybaugh.
Yes, out of ACGC.
Here we go. We got the people from Lawton Bronson, Audubon Wheelers listening in. Thanks for listening. We'll try to keep you updated. Coming out on mat 2 now, Owen Fletcher out of Underwood taking on Waylon Logue, Southeast Warren, Melcher Dallas.
Down on mat 3, we have Quentin Heisting out of Woodbine. He's taking on Ridge Sterna out of Waco.
Waylon Logue, Southeast Warren, Melcher Dallas. Fletcher of Underwood, Logue. Southeast Warren,
they're going to test us on these school names this morning, too.
Oh, yeah. Class 1A, 1,000 name schools.
We get a lot of initials up here. We got to try to remember what they all are.
I tend to sit there and think too, where is that on a map?
Oh, yeah.
Now up on mat number 7 at 126. Wrestling on mat number 8 at 132.
My goal is just to actually pronounce Ogden right this year.
It's the OG Den.
OG Den.
Looks like a fall on mat 4. That's Mason Falk out of Hudson picking up a fall over Cale Stricker out of Lisbon. Lisbon's lost a few here this morning already.
Ooh, tough morning. But still got a lot of wrestling ahead of us.
I don't know what the holdup is here on 8. We got no match, and they're just kind of standing around.
Yeah, it looks like we're waiting on.
As sole title sponsor to the Iowa High School.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that one's already over or.
Well, here comes one.
Right.
I don't know. Did someone miss weight, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Down here on 4, we got a fresh one coming as well. We got fall here on mat 6. Looks like South Central Calhoun picks up the.
Sorry, we're having some internet issues here too. We're just trying to keep up with all these names and who's out on the mat here.
Are we sounding good here, guys? Just let us know. Down here on 4, we got Tatum Honda out of Cascade taking on Walker Riggin out of Louisa Muscatine. Honda in on a shot right away. He gets the 3.
So here we go, coming out on 8 now. We're going to have Johnny Cortez out of Coon Rapids Bayard taking on Bowen Thompson of Columbus Winfield Mount Union.
Honda with a tough ride here on 4.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 126, Mason Helgeson, Lake Mills.
Down on 2, we got a takedown here from Waylon Logue out of Southeast Warren, taking on Owen Fletcher out of Underwood.
Mat number 6 at 126.
Down there in the fun fact, down on mat 2, down in the Underwood coach, one of my first state placers, Adam Kinnears in the corner.
Nice.
Yeah. Wrestling at Iowa State.
Riverside, Oakland, Alderman of Durant, now wrestling on mat number 1 at 126.
So down here on 2, it's still 3-0 in favor of Logue. My buddy Tyler Horner just said we sound good, so I think we're good.
Wish I could get track to keep up with us here. Down on 3, that's Ridge Sterna, Waco Wayland, out to a 5-2 lead now over Quentin Heastand out of Woodbine. Quite a few new matches out on the mat right now.
Yep. There's 3 on mat 6.
Mason Helgeson out of Lake Mills. Coming out on mat 1 now, just underway. Kingston Kerrigan, Riverside, Oakland, taking on Aiden Alderman out of Durant. Riverside's another one of those teams. They got some guys this year. They're going to be
in a conversation.
Going to be in the conversation for a team trophy as well. Looking for a fall on 6 now is Mason Helgeson out of Lake Mills.
Stall called down on mat 4 for Tatum Honda. He kind of ran him right out of bounds there on a single leg.
Mat 6, that'll be a major decision. 13-5 win for Dakota Aney out of Columbus Community.
Got a fresh set of swipes there for for Lake Mills, Mason Helgeson. He's up 7-0 here in the last 20 seconds of the first period. Got some blood time here on 6.
Here comes one of those Westwood Sloan sets of brothers we were talking about. Braylon Peters, undefeated freshman. His brother Boston Peters, undefeated sophomore.
Boston last year really caught my eye last year. Down on 2, he's making quick work.
Yeah, 25 seconds in, he's up 6-1. Looking for a fall, but not going to get that. He's going to get 4 near fall, make it 10-1 already for the freshman. Mat 7, Owen Becerra, a very familiar name, Becerra name over in Missouri Valley, up 9-0 already on Dalton Brinkman out of Janesville.
Down on 3, looks like Waco Whalen looking for the fall here. Ridge Sterna, big coffee grinder.
Yeah, he's standing in a lot of trouble down there.
Down on 4, looks like Walker Riggin with a takedown, but Honda answers back with a reversal. Scored 5-3 right now, about a minute 20 left here in the second.
Kingston Kerrigan still in the first period down there, already built a 12-4 lead now. Oh, big headlock out of Alderman, but Kerrigan's going to roll him through out of bounds.
Braylon Peters. You got a funny feeling we're going to be talking about him a lot this week.
We're going to be talking about him a lot for 4 years. Up 16-3 already in the first period down there, young Braylon Peters.
Is that Western Iowa?
Yeah, okay. Northwest Iowa.
Gotcha.
Right up there, Woodbury Central, Westwood Sloan, they're all up in that northwest corner up there by Sioux City.
Okay. Down on one, we got a fresh match. Or no, 15-4. Kingston Kerrigan, 15-4 right now over Aiden Alderman out of Durant.
Braylon Peters picks up a first period tech fall, 20-3 on that too. That'll bring up John Rasmussen, Audubon Wheelers. I know you got some people out there listening. John Rasmussen coming to the mat, taking on Max Pollock out of Wayne Corridon. Down on 7, Becerra now up 12-1 against Brinkman.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 138, John Rasmussen, Audubon, Max Pollock, Wayne
Look at
Corrigan.
that. Back points here on mat 8.
Yeah, I think that's Cortez, yeah. Johnny Cortez, Coon Rapids, got Bowen Thompson on his back.
That looks deep. There is no free live stream. It'll be, all these matches this morning will be on Flow Wrestling. The semis and the finals will be on Iowa Public Television on Friday and Saturday night. These first round matches will be on Flow Wrestling. Meanwhile, down on 4, Eric Tatum Honda's got a bar going here. It's time's winding down here in the second.
Mason Helgeson Lake Mills picks up a 17-0 tech fall down on 6. Pollock of Wayne Corridon picks up a early takedown. He's got a 3-0 lead over Rasmussen out of Audubon.
Sully Thompson on BGM. We will be watching for him. Down on 4. Honda chooses bottom.
Matthew Donovan.
Still up 5-3.
Ryan Fletcher, Underwood. Donovan and South Winnesheek. Fletcher of
There's the escape for Honda. Honda's up 6-3.
Now up on 7. Quick takedown for Truman Hogan out of Central Springs. He's got a 3-0 lead over Rex Shano out of Riverside, Oakland.
Here's fall back. It looks like going for a fall there. Cortez looking for the fall there. He's going to get it this time. There's the fall. Johnny Cortez, Coon Rapids. He's going to move on to second round here.
The student athletes and their coaches, the Athletic Association expresses its sincere appreciation to them for their presence during every match of the tournament.
Looks like some near fall for Max Pollock. He's now up 5-0 on Rasmussen.
Down on 4, Tatum Honda with another takedown. He gets up 9-3 here with a minute left in the third.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 at 126.
Quick takedown on mat 6, just underway. Ryan Fletcher of Underwood. 3-0 lead over Matthew Donovan out of South Winnesheek. Now he's looking for a fall down there.
He wants to make quick work out of this. There it is.
Yeah, Ryan Fletcher, the 10 seed, moving on.
The stall call on Honda. I don't get that one.
Just getting underway on 7. It'll be Cole Baumgars out of Boyden Hall, Rock Valley, taking on Luke Zwazinger out of Nashua, Plainfield.
Down on 3, Teague Pepper from Waco taking on Taylor Kibbe out of Janesville. All tied up here in the second.
Now up on mat number 8 at 132. Bishop Hammond, Earlham. Maddox Morrison, North Butler, Courtsville. Hammond of Earlham.
Early lead on mat 1. Wesley Ross out of Montezuma. Up 3-0. Now make that 3-1 over Brody Carter out of West Monona, Whiting.
Mat number 6 at 138.
Reversal here on 4. Now it's 9-6 in favor of Honda. 13 seconds left.
East Marshall, Meskwaki. Brandon Hubel of Sukuni Kyoto.
Coming out on 6, we're going to have Riker Vandehoevel out of Sigourney Kyoto taking on Jordan Melling out of East Marshall, Meskwaki. Looking for a fall on 5.
Yep.
Maxon Monette. There it is. North Tama moving on. Picks up a fall over Connor Keller out of Earlham.
There's some dogs in Earlham, too.
Yeah, Earlham's just building that program down there. Coach Ben Stramberg. They got some young kids, too.
Yeah.
Colton Lenz at 113, a freshman's going to be one to keep an eye on here.
Got a fresh one coming up right here on 4. It's like Lisbon and Logan Magnolia.
Now wrestling on mat
Down
number
on 8,
4,
Maddox Morrison out of
132.
Butler. He's up 6-1 right now on Bishop Hammond out of Earlham. 13 seconds left here in the first.
Starting on mat 5, Tacoma Thompson, MFL Marmac, taking on Kason Fitch out of Colfax Mingo. Max Pollock now up 11-0 down here on mat 2 in the second period. Pollock, Wayne Corden leading Rasmussen of Audubon. Now he's looking for a fall. So I believe that one's going to be over either way, whether, I don't know if he quite got 4 swipes or
Yeah,
not.
he did get 4.
Got 4. So there's a fall, tech fall, 15-0, Max Pollock, Wayne Corden.
Down on 1, we got Brody Carter out of West Monona taking on Wesley Ross of Montezuma. He's up 3-1 right now. Ross up 3-1 right now with minute 50 left here in the second. So on 4, we got Carter Gadberry out of Lisbon. He's up 3-0 over Liam Jenkins out of Logan Mag. 7-0 right now, actually. A set of near falls. Escaped there by Jenkins. So now 7-1 here with a minute left here in the first.
William Zinkett of Belle Plaine. Crash of Don Bosco. Zinkett of Belle Plaine.
Down on mat 4 there, you were just talking about Lisbon and Loma. Carter Gadberry out of Lisbon already up 7-1 over Liam Jenkins out of Logan Magnolia. Third period on mat 3. We're all knotted up at 3. That's Teague Pepper, Waco Wayland, and Taylor Kibbe out of Janesville. About a minute 20 left in that match, tied at 3-3. Now up on mat 2, we got our first Don Bosco wrestler. That's Brady Brash taking on William Senkot out of Belle Plaine. Just about 30 seconds in, all scoreless.
Gadberry doing a really good job here on 4 push and pace.
Down on mat 1, we're 6-6 in the second period. Brody Carter, West Monona, Wesley Ross out of Montezuma.
So on 3 right now, it's still tied up here. Minute 40, or with 44 seconds left here in the third. So it looks like Kibbe's got a bar here, trying to look for something. And meanwhile, Pepper's doing a really good job of just bearing down on it. Might be one of our first overtime matches in the morning.
Yeah, we saw a decent amount last night, so might as well get them going here today. Mat 6, Riker Vandehuvel out of Sigourney Kiona is going to take a 3-0 lead heading into the second period over Jordan Melling of East Marshall.
Down on 7, Cole Baumgars holding on to a 6-4 win, or 6-4 lead right now with 30 seconds left in the second. Doing a really good job on top. Trying to collect arms. All right, we're going to overtime. Mat 3, Peppers and Kibbe.
Brady Brash, Don Bosco picks up the takedown there late in the first period. He's going to lead 3-0 over Will Senkot out of Belle Plaine as they head to the second period.
Oh, we got spladle action down here on 8. He's looking for it. What's the state tournament without a good spladle?
Right. Trying to tell, looks like that's
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
Maddox Morrison was looking for it, but not going to get it.
But he is going Merkel
Oklahoma Cradle, Merkel here. Nope. Let that go too. But Maddox Morrison leading 8-2 there in the third period over Hammond out of Earlham.
And down on 3, Taylor Kibbe gets nothing yet. I thought he had dead right takedown here. Now he's got Cradle locked up.
Cradle. He's got him on his hip. That's got to be 3.
Yeah, there's 3 there. Kibbe gets the win on mat 3.
Kibbe out of Janesville punches his ticket to second round. Down on mat 5, Kason Fitch of Colfax Mango putting on a array of offense here. He's up 17-3 over Tacoma Thompson of MFL Marmac. That's only about halfway through the second period. Still tied at 6 on mat 1. 45 seconds left. That's Brody Carter, West Monona, Wesley Ross out of Montezuma. All tied up at 6. Mat 4, Carter Gadberry out of Lisbon opens his lead up to 13-3 over Liam Jenkins and Logan Magnolia late in the second period.
On 3, we got Trace Hussman out of St. Ansgar taking on Trey Rammer at Durant. Fresh match here coming up 3.
Betty Earlham is on the mat right now. We haven't seen too many of them yet. I believe one of them won already, and now Bishop Hammond is currently losing down on mat 8. Maddox Morrison, North Butler, has got 11-3 lead over Bishop Hammond of Earlham. And that's late. That's only 10 seconds left in that match. So it looks like Morrison's going to defeat Hammond down there.
Down on 2, Brady Brash is up 6-1 right now over William Skanik out of Belle Plaine.
Underway now on mat 3, Trey Raymer Durant picks up a quick takedown, but Trace Huseman out of St. Ansgar reverses them. So 30 seconds in, that's 3-2. Trey Raymer out of Durant.
Looks like Maddox Morrison picks up the 11-3 win over Bishop Hammond out of Earlham.
We were just talking about Baumgar's looking good on top, winning that match down there in 7. All of a sudden, Zwazinger is up 17-7. Not sure what all happened there, but Zwazinger out of Nashville, 30 seconds left, leads 17-7 over Baumgar's of Boyden Hall. On mat 8, Riker Vandehuvel of Sigourney builds his lead to 8-0 now over Jordan Melling of East Marshall. Just coming out on mat 8, it's going to be Gage Johnson out of MMCRU taking on Jax Thomason of Starmont. And just getting underway. Quick takedown on mat 1. Kinnick Munson of Ogden with a 3-1 lead over Ethan Gaken out of West Hancock Britt.
Johnson of MMCRU. Thomason of Starmont now wrestling on mat number 8 at 138.
Brash out of Bosco here, the 23 seed, is holding a 7-1 lead over the 10 seed Sankot out of Belle Plaine in the 3rd period.
He's got to make sure he has his place at the table, man.
Yep.
Down on 7, we got a fresh one here. We got Castor Collish out of North Union taking on Kaysen Watson out of Central Decatur.
Mat 5, Kaysen Fitch out of Colfax Mingo picks up a 20-4 tech fall over Thompson of MFL Marmac.
Up on mat number 5, 138, Max Winger, Logan Magnolia.
Coming out on mat 5, we'll have Max Wingert out of Logan Magnolia taking on Royce Peterson out of Lake Mills.
Got a takedown here on 8. Looks like Jax Thompson out of Starmont, or Thomason out of Starmont. Up 3-0 over Gage Johnson.
Colash and North Union, Watson and Central Decatur.
Kinnick Munson builds his lead to 9-3 there in the 1st period. There's another 3. That's 12-3, 20 seconds left in the 1st. Munson out of Ogden. Boyhood home of the Tony Hager.
Oh, the legend.
Good one going on mat 3. Huseman out of St. Ansgar now leading 5-4 out of Raymer of Durant. Oh, there's a headlock. Ooh. Just as I say that, Trace. Oh, Raymer rolls him through, but they're going to go out of bounds. So that's 3 takedown for Huseman. I think they're going to say no near fall as Raymer rolls him out of bounds, but that is now 7-4.
Helpful smile in every aisle.
Down on mat 2, Bosco picks up an upset and gets a major.
Luke Schroeder.
We're rolling here.
Brady Brash of Don Bosco moving on over the 10 seed St. Cod out of Belle Plaine.
It's all about that U right now.
Down on 6, about ready to get underway. Austin Wagner, Panorama, taking on Kendrick Van Beek out of West Sioux Hawarden. Mat 7, Kaysen Watson, Central Decatur, scoring all kinds of points down there. He's up 13-2 after the 1st period against Castor Kolash out of North Union.
He's putting work in right now. Down on 8 here still. Looks like Jax Thompson holding on a 3-2 here, start of the 2nd period.
Kinnick Munson out of Ogden picks up a pretty quick 21-6 tech fall. Just underway on mat 2, Jace Jones, Sumner Fredericksburg, taking on Preston Gaken out of West Hancock Britt.
There's a tech fall down there on 7.
Kaysen Watson, Central Decatur, looking for a fall here on 4. Looks like that's Colby Vance out of Nashville Plainfield.
Gets that near fall out of it, but might giving up a reversal here.
Oh, there's say still down. So
Okay.
Colby Vance, National Plainfield with an early 5-0 lead over Luke Schroeder out of Missouri Valley.
Just got a text message from one of my best friends in the entire world, Kyle Beaver at Iowa City Regina. Says his favorite time of the year is working and turning on iWrestle's live stream.
There you go. We got a few Regina kids coming up a little bit later in this round.
Liam has not wrestled yet. He'll be wrestling here later this morning.
Just getting about ready to get underway on mat 7 will be Charlie Christensen, ACGC, taking on Chase O'Reilly out of Lenox.
Down on one, still scoreless here with Jackson Knapp out of Lisbon taking on Jet Sorensen out of Trainer. Still 0-0.
Looking for a Spladles Knapp, but he kind of falls off the head there.
I need a good Spladle this morning, man. Come on.
Now Knapp in on a double leg. There's a takedown. Jackson Knapp, Lisbon out to a 3-0 lead.
Down on 8 here. Looks like got a takedown here. Looks like Gage Johnson. He's up now 7-4 over Jax Thompson. About 10 seconds left here in the second. Starmont, we're excited to see the return of Keaton Muller this year. This entire season last year with blown out ACL.
Yeah, state champ from 2024. Headed to UNI next year. Go down on mat 2. That's 4-4. Jace Jones, Sumner Fredericksburg. Preston Gaken out of West Hancock Britt.
There's a takedown there on 2. Jace Jones. Real nice double there as he cut the corner.
We got a fun one going on 3. These guys are rolling all over the place. We even got the officials a little confused here.
I got 3. I got 2.
Yeah. There's 3 points for Trey Raymer out of Durant. He now takes an 8-7 lead over Trace Huseman out of St. Ansgar. That's minute 19 left in the third period. Looks like we're going to have a little blood time. But Raymer jumps up 8-7.
Down on 7 here. It's still scoreless here. About 20 seconds left in the first with Charlie Christensen and Chase O'Reilly. O'Reilly out of Lenox, Christensen out of ACGC.
Schroeder out of Missouri Valley gets a takedown to tie it up 5-5 with Colby Vance.
Ooh, Thompson.
At 4.
Chases out a takedown here. He jumps up 8-7 here with a minute left. Really nice snap down go behind there. The Stars of Starmont. Only high school I've ever seen. I assume there's a lot of them, but your high school is just literally out in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Close to Strawberry Point, but it is pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there's a big throw on mat 1.
Yep.
Jet Sorensen's got Jackson Knapp of Lisbon in some trouble here. Oh, Knapp able to belly out, but big points for Sorensen. He was trailing 4-0.
Now he just jumped up.
Just jumped up 6-4. That is in the second period. More blood time on mat 3. Looks like Huseman got an escape, so that's 8-8 in the third period down there. Huseman, St. Ansgar, Trey Raymer out of Durant. Cradle locked up on 2. Jace Jones, Sumner Fredericksburg. Not going to get the fall, but he gets a set of back points there. Now leads 14-4.
Got a big stack here, 6. But he's still got butchered there tight. He's going to walk that over.
That's Van Beek out of West Sioux. He's going to run out of time in that period. But Kendrick Van Beek out 12-1 now over Austin Wagner out of Panorama. Second period's going to come to close over there on mat 1 in a real good match. Jet Sorensen out of Trainer leading 6-5 over Jackson Knapp out of Lisbon, heading to the third period.
Down on 8, Jax Thompson from Starmont pulls away with that 8-7 win. Got down a little bit towards the end there, but again, it just goes right to that snap, go behind. Gets that 3, big win for him. We got some near fall action, looks like down on 7.
Yeah, that's Charlie Christensen out of ACGC.
He's looking for the fall here. Oh.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 144. Briar Jack, HLB, TC, Wade Huckins, Logan Magnolia. Jack of HLB, TC.
Mat 5, we have 30 seconds left in that match. Royce Peterson, Lake Mills holding on to a 5-3 lead on Max Wingert out of Logan Magnolia. Looks like Wingert's in on a shot, though. Actually, no, I think that is Peterson in on that shot. Looking to stack him up over the back here in the waterfall. Don't see two purple singlets against each other every day.
No, you don't.
Try to keep them straight here.
Overtime match here on 3. No, it's tied up.
Yeah, it was tied up late. There's been a ton of blood time down there, but Huseman picks up a takedown. There's a fall on 2. Jace Jones, Sumner Fredericksburg, picks up a fall. And on 5 there, Royce Peterson, the Lake Mills, does hold on. Defeats Wingert of Logan Magnolia 5-3.
Down on 6, it still looks like Matt 6 here.
Kendrick Van Bee.
Out of West Sioux, he's holding on to it. He's got a 12-1 lead here with about 30 seconds left in the third.
Wiley Brokaw, Lennox, Foles, AGWSR.
Raymer looking for a reversal late in that match there in 3. He's trailing by 3, though.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 150. Carter Obermeyer.
He's going to get the 2, but Huseman still holding on to that leg. He knows where he's at. That's going to go final. Trace Huseman, St. Ansgar, picks up an 11-10 win over Trey Raymer out of Durant. That was a fun match down there.
Solid win for the Saints there. All right, fresh one coming up on mat 2. We got Carter Obermeyer out of Audubon taking on Mason Hauser out of Riverside, Oakland. I know we got some Audubon people out here listening right now, so the boys up on 2.
Just underway on mat 5. Jariah Bowles, AGWSR, taking on Wiley Brokaw out of Lennox.
Hey, you can't say that 5 times fast.
Right? I don't think I can either. Coming up on mat 3, Kenny Ness out of Gradinger, Terrell, Ruthven, Ashshire. That's always a good one. Taking on Weston Price out of North Lynn. Oh, the PA announcer took the easy way and just said GTRA.
Northland, kind of down a little bit in the past, but they're starting to a little bit of
Northland's starting to build up a little bit. They got a pretty solid, got some guys coming here.
I was noticing that a little bit this year, following along the season. I was like, starting to pay attention again. It's like, okay, a little bit of a come up again.
Yep. Price, a tough kid here right at 144.
West Lion now wrestling on mat number 1 at 150.
Now up on mat 1 is going to be Josh Winey out of Earlham taking on Greeley Kirkvliet out of West Lion.
Christensen of Riceville, Stevie of Nottoway Valley now wrestling on mat number 6.
Down on mat 6, Chance Christensen, Riceville, picks up a quick takedown. He's got a 3-0 lead over Keon Stevie out of Nottoway Valley. Anybody who's been near Riceville knows that Christensen name.
Yep.
Another one here with Chance Christensen.
When I was told 10 years ago,
Right up by your neck of the woods.
That's right. My boy Shea Ullman, head coach up there at Riceville in the corner.
Down on 2, big body lock to a takedown there.
It's going to be Carter Obermeyer out of Audubon.
But really nice job. He went for that body lock, but at the same time didn't really commit to the throw, just chuck it by to go behind.
Now wrestling on mat number 7.
Ryder Klein on mat 4 looking for the old ball and chain. Ryder Klein HCGC leading 3-0 over Winton Hogan out of Central Springs. Weston Price and North Lynn does pick up a first period takedown over there, leading 3-0 over Kenny Ness.
Down on 7, looks like Harley Larimore out of Waco taking on Wade Sancock out of Belle Plaine.
Sankot in on a leg already here.
Got another Bosco.
No, excuse me, that's Larimore on a leg. We got Bell. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong mat. That's Court. I'm watching mat 8. Aiden Hellman, Don Bosco taking on Court Steffens out of Southwind. That's my bad here.
Down on 4, looks like Ryder Klein still up with a 3-0 lead here as we're in the first period.
Mat 3, there's another takedown. Weston Price, North Lynn, now up 6-0 on Kenny Ness of Gradinger Terrell. Mat 6, heading to the second period. Chance Christensen out of Riceville with a 6-1 lead over Keon Stevie in Nottoway Valley. Stevie's going to start on top. He immediately throws that leg in.
Head coach Brad Honnold in the corner.
Yep. Tell you what, you want to talk about a coaching job Honnold's done at Nottoway Valley. Wasn't a team you heard a whole lot from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But Honnold's really built that up there. Had a couple state champs last year. His son Ashton going for another one this year.
And his son's fun to watch wrestle.
Yeah.
Down on 1, Josh Winey up 4-0 right now over Gurley Kirklevet out of West Lyon.
They're going upper body. There's a big throw for Winey.
That just sucked the...
Woo!
You just got a big old whoa out of the crowd. That was nice.
Yeah. Earlham with a huge throw.
There's the fall.
There's the fall.
Down on 4, looks like we got a fall there too.
Yeah, Ryder Klein out of ACGC picks up a fall.
Down on 2, looks like Mason Hauser in on a double. He's down 4-3 here, about 45 seconds left here in the second. He's in waterfall position.
There's a reversal for Chance Christensen at Riceville, so he now leads 8-1 in the second period.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 and 157.
Scoreless in the second on mat 8. Aiden Hellman, Don Bosco, Court Steffens out of South Winneshiek.
Kelsey of Lisbon,
Oh, we're looking headlock on 7.
Larimore
Larimore tried going headlock. Sinkot was able to roll him through.
Okay. Down on 1, we got Kelvin Monternock out of Cascade taking on Ian Kelsey out of Lisbon.
Yeah, just coming out on 4 will be Brock York, BGM Brooklyn, taking on Lincoln Levin out of Central Springs.
Kelsey in on a shot on Monternock. Goes right to an underhook. Monternock looks for a shot there, doesn't find anything.
Weston Price now up 10-0 in the third period there on mat 3.
Kelsey goes body lock, but Monternock slides through it, gets the 3. So Monternock's up 3-0 right now as they go out of bounds on the fresh start.
Court Steffens out of South Winneshiek putting on a ride here against Aiden Hellman of Don Bosco. Still scoreless in the second period.
Down on 2, still 5-3 in favor of Obermeyer with a minute 53 left here in the third. But it looks like Hauser's doing a really good job of fakes. He just needs to commit to one of them. Down on 1, Kelvin Monternock's got a leg in, looking to cast over. He's looking to cast that over.
We're in the third period on mat 5. Jariah Bowles, AGWSR with a 4-2 lead right now. And there's a takedown on mat 6 for Chance Christensen out of Riceville. He extends his lead to 11-1, minute 30 left in that match.
Price looking for that takedown there. Gets another one and possibly back points. Yep, he's going to get that.
Yeah, Price going to end that match on 3.
The tech fall.
I believe he got 3 there, so got 16-0 win. Weston Price out of Northland, 144 pounds.
Down on 6, Hauser ends up scoring a takedown but goes right to blood time. So 6-5 right there in favor of Mason Hauser out of Riverside, Oakland.
There's 4 near fall for Christensen out of Riceville, now leading 16-1 with about a minute left. Hellman able to get the late escape down there on 8 for Don Bosco. So Aiden Hellman leads Court Steffens out of South Winneshiek, 1-0 heading to the third.
Wade Hancock up 9-4 over Harley Larimore right now with about a minute 10 left here in the third. And he's looking for the fall. He's got a set of near falls.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to thank Iowa State.
Just underway on mat 3, Braxton Borman, Central Edco taking on Nathan Romer out of Mount Ayr. It's a quick takedown for Borman.
And their coaches throughout the duration of the tournament. The Athletic Association salutes our athletic trainers. Thank you for your dedicated service to this year's State Wrestling Tournament participants.
Looks like we're going to go final there on mat 6. Chance Christensen Ricel picks up a 15-1 major decision
There's the
over
fall on
Keon
7.
Stevie of Nottaway. Wade Sankott.
Yep.
Yep. Wade Sankott of Belle Plaine picks up a fall.
We got a tied ball game down here on 8 still. Court Steffens won, and Aiden Hellman Bosco tied 1-1. About a minute left here.
Ready to get underway on 5. We got Dylan Moe out of Ogden taking on Sam Raymond out of St. Albert.
Now wrestling on mat number 6.
Monternock still holding on to a 3-0 lead there on 1 in the second period.
Gets an escape there. He's up 4-0 with about a minute 15 left here in the second.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 157. Up on mat number 7 at 157.
Going 2-on-1 there. Looks like Monternock.
Oh, Stephenson on a leg on mat 8 there.
Down 2, tied up. But it looks like Hauser in on nothing. 30 seconds left. Oh, big whip down there on mat 2.
Mason Hauser, Riverside, picks up
the
a fall. 6-6 match late. Picks up the fall over Obermeyer out of Audubon.
He just went hard on that throw. Got it.
Oh, there's a late takedown for Court Steffens, South Winneshiek. He's up 4-1 on Aiden Hellman at Don Bosco. Only about 10 seconds left in that match.
Down on 7, Nick Pasuti, I-35. He gets the fall. Quick work there over Keegan Wiggs out of West Monona.
There's a 4-1 win for Court Steffens, so it's the first Bosco wrestler to fall to the backside. Good one on mat 4 late in the second period. Lincoln Levin, Central Springs. 6-5 lead over Brock York of BGM Brooklyn. Mat 6, Jackson Gordon looking for a fall. Riverside, Oakland. He's the 9 seed.
He might be getting that.
Got Lucas
Bulldog.
Pelly-Mounter.
Bulldogs are running hard this morning.
Yeah. Riverside's got some guys.
Fresh one coming up on 2. Looks like we got Lane Stinger out of ACGC taking on Kyle Engelken out of Mac Valley.
Engelken's one of those guys I've had my eye on the last couple of years, just up and down, a little inconsistent, but man, he's got some big wins. Gets after a little bit. Jackson Gordon did pick up a fall there for Riverside Oakland.
Down on 1, Monternock still up 4-0 over Ian Kelsey. Monternock starts top position. Minute 45, he's got a nice big old leg in.
Another Don Bosco match down here on mat 8. That's Ty Christensen. He's out to an early 3-0 lead over Brody Hoffman out of Akron Westfield. Underway now on mat 7. Sully Thompson, BGM Brooklyn, taking on Connor Stiles out of Earlham. And about ready to get underway on 6 will be Dawson Allen, East Sac County, taking on Ryder Meeks out of Lisbon.
Engelken up 3-1 right now. He's probably going spladal action too. In an interesting position there.
So he did get 4 near fall.
Yep.
So Engelken now up 6-1 in the first period there on mat 2.
Monternock still just putting a backpack ride on as I say that. Kelsey, though, looking to catch the leg. Possible reversal here.
Nathan Romer of Monair picks up a takedown there on mat 3. So it looks like we're going to go to the third period, tied 5-5. Romer, Monair, Braxton Borman out of Central Edco.
Down on 4. Looks like we got a fall coming. Brock York and Lincoln Levin. Looks like Levin on top here looking for the fall. So down on 1, Kelvin Monternock still holding on to a 4-1 lead here. About 30 seconds left in the third.
On mat number 5 at 157, Wyatt Christensen, Midland, Caleb Scogan, Lake Mills. Christensen of Midland, Scogan, Lake Mills.
17 seconds left here in the third for Monternock. He might be holding on here. But Kelsey, though, in a water fall position. Did they go out of bounds? 10 seconds left. down on 3, tied or 6-5 right now. Romer on top of Borman.
Leven does pick up a 14-5 win over York on mat 4. Lincoln Leven of Central Springs heading on to the second round.
Monarch with the stall call, but he can burn one. Levy looking for a throw,
Mat
but doesn't get it.
6, we're looking for a fall. Dawson Allen, East Sac County's got Ryder Meeks of Lisbon in a lot of trouble. There's the fall.
Calvin Monarch got a cascade, picks up the 4-1 win. There's a fall down on 6, you just said.
Yep. Dawson Allen, East Sac County.
You have a couple East Sac County people listening this morning, so your boy gets a fall right away.
Braxton Borman picks up a takedown. He's going to lead 8-6 now. About a minute 13 left in the third period. Braxton Borman, Central Ed Club, leading Nathan Romer of Mount Air.
Looks like Engelken looking got some near falls there possibly. He's up 9-1. Good set of 2 there. Jumps up 11-1 here. About a minute left here in the second.
Just underway on mat 1. Andrew Hall, St. Ansgar, taking on Dylan Menke out of Sigourney Keota. Menke immediately in on a leg.
Jackson Edwards, Central Springs.
Now underway on mat 4. Braden Yates out of Emmitsburg, taking on Blake Ewing out of Moravia.
That is an interesting spladle, but
oh yeah.
However,
Engelken gets himself in a little bit of trouble here.
Gives up the reversal.
He's up 11-1, but gives up the reversal. Wise to belly out there. Like I say, he's kind of all over the place, Engelken. He's got some big wins. He's got some weird losses, but he gets after it. He scores a lot of points.
As you just said, he gets a reversal. Now he's looking for a stack. Takedown on 4. Looks like Braden Yates gets the first takedown here against Blake Ewing out of Moravia.
Yeah, Borman and Romer tied 9-9 now. 20 seconds left in that match on mat 3.
Let's take a trip down there.
Oh, he's going to get out. Romer gets out. 16 seconds left. Borman's got to get a takedown here.
He might be
carry. He goes carry if he can get that right arm across. So they're going to kind of scoot out of bounds.
There's the 3. There's the 3.
1 second left. They're going to go out of bounds.
I don't know if they're going to wave it off.
Yeah, Mount Air coach is talking. The 2 refs are going to confer here. Did a carry, dumped him over. Couldn't really see. The coaches were kind of in the way there, whether or not he covered the other leg.
I would say from my angle, he dragged that foot perfectly as the ref counted or called the 3. So I'd call it a takedown, but again, yep, they called it.
Looks like it. So that's going to be a last second takedown. 12-10 win for Braxton Borman out of Central Edward Colesburg.
He looks like he's pretty taped up here.
Yeah, yeah, he's been a super talented kid. Was a good youth wrestler, but I think battled quite a few injuries here in high school. Engelken picks up a 20-3 technical fall over there on mat 2.
Down on 3, it looks like Ty Christensen is still up 5-2 here at the end of the second over Brody Huffman of Akron Westfield.
Connor Stiles of Earlham now leading Sully Thompson of BGM Brooklyn 8-2.
Tommy Tanner. Ethan Bauer.
Coming out now on mat 3 will be Derek Cressley out of Belle Plaine, taking on Gavin Wetzel out of Southwest Valley. And on mat 6, just underway, Jackson Edwards out of Central Springs picks up a quick takedown. 3-0 lead over Colton Nixt out of Earlham.
Christian has that single leg up in the air, looking for a sweep on it. There's a 3 for Ty Christensen.
Yep. Christensen and Don Bosco now up 8-3 over Hoffman of Akron Westfield. Minute 30 left in that match.
Ooh, big double bars there down on 6. Those are tight too.
Yeah, Jackson Edwards, Central Springs got Colton Nixt in a lot of trouble. There's the fall. Oh, Matt, too, he had the leg up in the air. And I think when Bauer went to kick away. He got kicked right in the face.
Oof.
Ethan Bauer of Coon Rapids Bayard is up 3-1 on Tommy Tanner of Hinton.
Now up on mat number 6 at 175.
Down on one, Andrew Hall at St. Ansgar. He's up 5-3 right now on Dylan Minky out of Semifinal Kyoto. Look at
mat number 6 at 175.
got a deep half. He's got to break the hips down a little bit.
Another Northland kid coming out of mat 6. That'll be Jacoby Payton taking on Connor Murdoch out of Woodbine. Coming out on 7 will be Cooper Natras out of South Central Calhoun taking on Max Reed of North Mahaska.
Brody Huffman just got a takedown here and cut. He's down 2, but he's looking like he's trying to push the pace going.
Yeah, Hoffman of Akron Westfield trailing 9-7 against Ty Christensen.
Yep.
The Don Bosco.
He's chasing, but Christian, shot.
Nice re-shot out of Christensen.
Very nice. Good work there.
That's good wrestling.
Yeah.
Now leads 12-7 with 15 seconds left. So it looks like Don Bosco is going to pick up another win here.
I would say Hoffman was doing a hard job stalking him down, and as he went to fake, Christian caught it and went really nice takedown there. Nice win there for the Don.
Mat 5, we're now in the third period. Caleb Scogan, Lake Mills, holding the 7-1 lead over Wyatt Christensen out of Midland.
Looks like actually Murdoch gets the win. Peyton didn't even report to the mat.
Oh, nice 6.
Yeah. Wonder if it was an injury default or...
Not sure, but Connor Murdoch of Woodbine moving on.
Now up on mat number 8 at 165.
Like we said yesterday, they don't ask how.
Hunter Newman, Manson, Northwest
Survive and advance.
Shane of Riceville. Newman, Manson, Northwest Webster.
Now up on mat 8, Burke Shane out of Riceville. He's going to pick up a quick takedown.
Yeah.
Burke Shane now up 3-0 against Hunter Newman of Manson, Northwest Webster.
Just a big, hard face slap ankle pick, I call it.
Richardson of Riceville. Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 190.
Riceville with another guy coming out on 6. So Tucker Deerkeen, Southeast Warren, taking on Regan Richardson out of Riceville. So Riceville on 6 and 8 here, right next to each other. Mat 4, we're in the third period now, just over a minute left. Braden Yates of Emmetsburg holding a 4-1 lead over Blake Ewing out of Moravia. Over on 3, that's Gavin Wetzel, Southwest Valley, up 6-2 on Derek Cressley out of Belle Plaine, halfway through the second period. And we're going to go final on 1. That's Andrew Hall, St. Ansgar. Picks up a 7-3 win over Dylan Menke of Sigourney Kyoto. Cooper Natras of South Central Calhoun now up 7-0 in the first period. He's facing Max Reed.
Stop by our location just steps from the arena. Following today's action, Jethro's Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Iowa High School Athletic Association and high school athletics.
Down there on 8, that's Shane out of Riceville with a cradle locked up, looking to take him over. Burke Shane leading 3-0. There he goes. Getting some swipes here. Right about out of bounds, but Shane dragging that foot. That's pretty close. He's going to let go of the cradle, though. Trying to save the... Nope. They're going to go out, it looks like here, maybe. Yep, out of bounds, but Burke Shane of Riceville now up 7-0 on Hunter Newman of Manson Northwest. 28 seconds left in the first period. Yates of Emmetsburg picks up the win on mat 4 over Ewing of Moravia. Now on mat 1, Trenton Elledge of East Buchanan. Looks like he picks up a fall over Durek of Underwood. So Elledge of East Buchanan moving on. Now on mat 4 will be just underway. Kelvin Harvey of Kingsley Pearson taking on Trevor Cott out of North Lynn. Mat 6, looks like Dierking's got Richardson's leg up in the air. Richardson fighting it off here on the edge. They're going to go out of bounds. Still scoreless late in the first period.
Got you got a near fall and reverse down there on 7. Cooper Natras, though, up 12-4 right now over Max Reed out of North Mahaska.
Of National Plainfield, Terrier of West Monona Whiting, now up on mat number 1 at 190.
We're 30 seconds in on mat 1. It's already 5-1. Evan Carrier, West Monona leading Gabriel Iriarte. We're going to go with out of Nashville Plainfield. Richardson and Dierking go scoreless in the first period. They're heading to 2. Looks like Regan Richardson, Riceville is going to go down. Oh, nice double leg on mat 8. Burke Shane leading 7-0, but Hunter Newman doubles him right to his back. Newman's got Shane in a lot of trouble here. Minute left on mat 8. Second period.
He's looking to bury him and fall.
Man, trailing 7-0. He just drove right through him. Shane bridging here, but that's a long time to fight. Still 53 seconds left here in the second period. There's the fall. Trailing 7-0. Hunter Newman, Manson Northwest Webster picks up a fall over Burke Shane of Riceville. Never give up.
Never give up. That's the thing about this tournament, man. I've seen plenty of them where down 14 and get something big.
Yep. Over on 5, we're scoreless in the second period. That's Jacoby Subject, West Hancock, taking on Trice DeLuey.
We gotta say that Max Reed gets a headlock. He's down 12-6, and he's got a deep headlock with plenty of time left.
Yeah, there's a minute and a half left. Cooper Natras trying to fight off his back here.
That's why you keep wrestling. There's the fall on mat 7.
Couple comeback falls down to that end. Max Reed, North Mahaska, picks up a fall.
Big win there.
Yeah, Natras was up big.
All right, fresh one coming up on 8. Maddox Peters out of Baxter taking on Caleb Nelson out of Underwood.
Over here on 4, Calvin Harvey, Kingsley Pearson takes a 3-0 lead into the second period over Trevor Cott out of North Lynn. And on mat 6, we're still scoreless late in the second period. Tucker Dierking, Southeast Warren, and Regan Richardson out of Riceville. Dierking's been riding them out here in the second period, 25 seconds left. Now underway on 7, Connor Brown, Sioux Central, taking on William Lawson out of Pocahontas area.
Down on 5. It's like, whoa.
Jacoby Subject, right? It's got a cradle.
Yeah. But Taloy out of West Central Valley, he was looking for the shot, and all of a sudden, Subject just caught it in a perfect time cradle.
So a couple back points, but then escape for Dewey. But Subject leads 6-1. 45 seconds left in the second period.
Nice high crotch there on 6.
That's Dierking. Gonna get the takedown. Yep, so Tucker Dierking now leads Regan Richardson to Riceville 4-0 early in the third.
Oh, Subject with a big old whip over. There's the fall on mat 5.
Subject to Britt West Hancock. Ethan Bauer, Coon Rapids Baird up to a big 12-2 lead over Tommy Tanner of Hinton on mat 2. That's late in the third period.
Down on 6, it looks like there was a fall. Dierking with the fall in third period. Bigger lads are starting to come out here. We got 175s out, we got 190s out. So once this round is done, we are going to go right into what is called second round.
Yep. So those top 8 seeds that got to sit this first round will be competing against the guys who just won here.
190.
Coming out on mat 5, Coach Nelson Brands making his state tournament debut as a coach. Dawson Ballou of Iowa City, Regina is going to be taking on Luke Malm out of Gradinger Terrell. Good one on mat 1. That's Evan Carrier, West Monona Whiting, with a 10-8 lead over Gabriel Irarte out of National Plainfield in the third period.
Mat 4.
Oh, looks like Count was going to maybe try to go upper body there, but got a cradle on 3. That's Caleb Brown out of Lisbon.
Yep.
It's a takedown here early in the first. Getting some near fall now with the cradle. He's taking on Robert Bothwell out of Logan Magnolia.
He's got it tight. Oh, never mind. Oh, he still don't. He still has it. Just has to set the hip. Yep, there it is.
Oh, man. Looking for a fall is Brown.
He is trying everything. Down on 2, looks like Ethan Bauer out of Coon Rapids. He beats Tommy Tanner 12-2.
Heading to the third period on mat 4, Calvin Harvey Kingsley Pearson holds an 8-4 lead over Trevor Kaut of Northland. They're going to start neutral here. Luke Malm, Gradinger, picks up the first takedown, 3-0 lead over Dawson Boileau out of Iowa City, Regina.
Trevor Phillips, Columbus, WMU. Snelly of South Wenatchee.
Minute 40 left here on mat 4, but Trevor Kaut is putting on, trying to push the pace here a little bit. He's starting to really turn it on here. He's look for action. Low ankle shot, nothing there. Harvey, though, stabs the front head, counters a reshot to a double. Big lift, big set down. There's the 3.5.
It's a nice job out of Harvey.
Yeah, really good job re-attacking there.
Now on mat 2, Landon Schnully out of South Winnesheek taking on Trevor Phillips out of Columbus, Winfield Mount Union.
Down on 1, Jason Roush Cascade taking on Jason Bremer out of Lawton Bronson. Roush, one of those kids, man, that has some good wins and has odd losses too.
Yep.
Roll right into the second round of matches, Class 1A.
It's a high crotch though, looking to finish here, treetop.
Good job of turning him back in.
Absolutely bent the knee perfectly, gets the 3.
Oh, here's a kind of a little whip over on mat 7. That's William Lawson. Oh no, I think Connor Brown's got Lawson in trouble.
Yeah.
So Lawson leading 6-0, but as we've been saying,
man, 7 and 8.
7 and 8's been some comebacks down here.
Got some bad luck bad juju down there.
There's the fall.
Big win there.
Connor Brown, Sioux Central, trailing 6-0. Whips over Lawson and gets the fall.
Down on 1, Casey Roush holding a nice 3-0 lead. Tough ride here, about a minute left here in the first.
Schnully picked up the first takedown. Landon Schnully, South Winnesheek, leading 3-0 over Trevor Phillips out of Columbus. Harvey's really busted this one open on 4. Calvin Harvey, Kingsley Pearson now leading 14-6 over Trevor Kaut.
Off 7, takedown and near falls. But,
Kout's going to try to go upper body, but Harvey very wisely just bails out.
Kout's never going to say die, man.
Dawson Boileau out of Iowa City, Regina ties it up 3-3 against Luke Malm of Gradinger Terrell over on mat 5, halfway through the second period. And underway now on mat 7, we're going to have Braden Kussler, Akron Westfield, taking on Drew Munson out of Jessup.
Down on 6.
Gavin Hackett.
Yep, got a big old deep half there. He's looking for the fall.
That'd be big points for Riverside Oakland. He's got Carson Hugadorn out of Boyden Hole Rock Valley. There's the fall. So Gavin Hackett picks up. Oh, no, they're going to run out of time. Excuse me.
On mat number 4, 190.
run out of time in the first period. So heading to the second, 4-0.
Springville, Stuck of South Hamilton now wrestling on mat number 4 at 190.
Caleb Brown of Lisbon now up 14-3 over Bothwell out of Logan Magnolia heading to the second period. And heading, looks like it's over there on mat 8. Caleb Nelson out of Underwood picks up a win. That'll bring out Reed Slater, BGM Brooklyn, taking on Carter Eitz out of Hudson.
Layden Schnolny out of South Winnish. How do you pronounce that name, North Iowa boy?
Schnolly.
Schnolly. Nice big high crotch there. Down on one, looks like Roush hit on another takedown. He gets up 6-0. And he's got he had a half rolled through there.
Munson from Jessup picks up a takedown over on mat 7. He's got a 3-1 lead over Tussler of Akron Westfield. Here you go. They just announced 106 pounders be warming up. We'll move into that second round here. We'll just roll right into it.
Flickinger has not wrestled yet. We'll be up on mat 8 soon. Midwestern Marks. What's up, buddy?
Caleb Brown with Lisbon looking for a fall on 3. There he gets it. Caleb Brown of Lisbon moving on with the fall over Bothwell out of Logan Magnolia. And takedown for Dawson Ballou out of Ivor City, Regina. He now leads 6-5. Minute 15 left there in the third period. Taking on Luke Malm out of Gradinger Terrell.
Ooh, really nice chuck by there on mat 8. Looks like Carter Eitz out of Hudson. Just a really good job faking one way and just shucking it right past to go behind.
Leading 3-0.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 190. Colton Johnson.
Down on foot. Big crossface there. Always love a good wind-up crossface.
Coming out on mat 3 will be Colton Johnson. Underwood taking on Chance Angle out of North Mahaska.
Blue with the fall on mat 5.
Nice. Regina picking up a fall.
Coach Brand's pretty fired up there. I want to say 17-16, so. Down on 1, third period.
Oh, we're fired up on late takedown. 2 seconds left on mat 6.
Tied ball game.
Yep. So Gavin Hackett was leading 4-1, but Hugedorn out of Boyden Hall picks up a late takedown to tie it 4-4. We're heading to OT. Sudden victory overtime here. Oh,
big takedown
gets
there.
Another immediate takedown. Hugedorn with the big comeback. Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. Moving on. 7-4 over Hackett of Riverside. Now on mat 5, another Regina wrestler. That'll be Porter Shetler, the first of the Shetler boys, taking on Cordell Clemens out of Mount Air. Another takedown for Schnully on mat 2. He now leads 13-1 over Phillips of Columbus. He's going to release and try to get a tech fall here.
Roush with another takedown. He's up 9-1. Cascade. Got a minute 13 left there.
Just underway on mat 4. Wyatt Bierman, Nashville Plainfield, taking on Brooks.
Got some body lock action
Vital
on 4.
Spocker of Hinton.
It's like coming up here on 8, we got
mat 7 heading to the third period. Drew Munson of Jessup holding a 9-7 lead over Braden Kussler out of Akron Westfield.
Brooks Beetle Spatcher.
Yeah.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 215.
Not sure exactly on that one. Out of Hinton.
Yeah.
Brooks out of Hinton, taking on Wyatt Bierman of Nashville.
He looks like he wants to live up top all day.
Here's a takedown for Porter Shetler over on mat 5. 3-0 lead over Cordell Clemens.
Down on 1. Kason Roush holding on to a 9-1 major decision here. Tough ride on top. He's got about 20 seconds left here.
Mason Anderson, Manson, Northwest
Good morning for the Cascade boys.
Yeah, for sure.
Anderson, Manson, Northwest Webster, Rolling, Beckman Catholic.
Down on 2, we got Andrew rolling.
Oh, there's a headlock on 4, but it rolled through maybe. Nope.
Yep. That looks tight.
So Bierman and Nashua's got Beidelsbacher in a lot of trouble.
There's the fall.
There's the fall. Wyatt Bierman, Nashua playing field. It's like another takedown from Munson over there on mat 7. So he leads 12-8 now. 35 seconds left. And underway on mat 8, Brody Dolph, St. Ansgar taking on Adam Marsh, Pocahontas area. See the Pocahontas, the stripes down there on mat 8?
Yeah.
Red and white stripes.
Pinstripes, baby. Just like the Yankees. Down on 5, we got Cradle locked up, but he's going big with it. He's gonna find
Porter
it.
Shetler. Don't see a roll through cradle out of 215-pounder very often.
Nope.
Not going to quite get any near fall there, though. So it's still 3-0 for Porter Shetler. Now up on 1, just underway, Carter Richter, ACGC. Caleb Pewterbaugh out of Martinsdale St. Mary's. There's a takedown for Carter Richter. Mat 3 in the second period. Chance Engel, North Mahaska with a 5-2 lead over Colton Johnson of Underwood. Another Deerking from Southeast Warren on mat 5. That's Taryn Deerking. He's trailing Sam Taylor of Underwood 3-2 in the second period.
Down on 2, it looks like Mason Anderson is up 3-1 at the end of the first period over Andrew Rolling of Beckman.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 2:15.
Down on 1, Richter with another takedown.
Ben Monahan, West Monona waiting. Lutke of West Hancock. Monahan, West Monona waiting. Now up on mat number 7 at 2:15.
So down on 5, looks like Shetler still holding on to a 3-1 lead here in the second. About 30 seconds, or about a minute left here.
Quick takedown on mat 7. Ben Monahan, West Monona. Now looking for a fall. He's taking on Reese Lutke out of West Hancock Britt.
Photographer just got taken out on that run out.
Hopefully not one of ours.
Nope. Down on 6, though, possible fall coming. Yep, there's the fall, mat 6.
Taryn Durkee.
Then it looks like another fall coming up
There
here
it
on
is.
4.
Yep. And a fall on mat 7. Ben Monahan, West Monona moving on.
So about 2 hours, your roles are going to shift from announcer to dad.
Man.
How you feeling?
We're trying not to think about it.
Okay.
My son making his first trip to the state tournament there in Class 2A. So we'll have somebody else up here on the mic. Nobody wants to hear me when that comes up.
Everyone with AirPods in will be bleeding.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at
Shetler down there looking for the fall, and he got a set of 4.
Rosenboom, Boynton Hall, Rock Valley.
He's got to readjust there.
Mat 4, Anthony Salavi out of Postville out to a 7-0 lead here in the first period over Jacob Brewer, West Monona. Salavi, our number 2 ranked heavyweight by Wrestle, got the 10 seed.
Really?
For Postville. Looking for a fall now.
Wrestling on mat number 7 at 285.
He's ranked second in our rankings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lone Tree siding down here on mat 6. Tate Nelson, a Lone Tree, going to be taking on Cozen Rosenboom out of Boynton Hole, Rock Valley.
Big double down there on mat 7. Reese Stokes on a hit over on Cal McCullough out of East County. These are not your grandpa's heavyweights, guys.
No. There's a reversal for Porter Shetler. He's now up 12-1 here in the third. Salavi up 11-0, looking for a bear hug here, and he just buries him. So Salavi picks up a fall for Postville, up 14-0.
Big win there.
Yeah, good first round matchup.
He does not look like a big heavyweight.
Coming up on mat 2, we're going to have Maverick Kolb out of Trainer taking on Brody Harris of South Hamilton.
Now wrestling on mat number 4, 106, Lincoln Huck, National Plainfield, Ian DeBoom, West Sioux Hayward. Huck of National Plainfield.
This Shetler kid can move, man.
Now wrestling on mat number 4.
Gets himself another takedown.
106.
His twin brother will be coming up here at heavyweight. So that was Porter. We got Simon coming up yet.
Down on 6, looking for a fall here. There it is. Rosenboom with the fall in about a minute in the first period. So now we got 106 pounders reporting. See our first 106 pounder here, so we're rolling right into this.
Now coming out on mat 5, be Lane Meyer out of Audubon taking on Jack Sheeter of ACGC. That's another heavyweight bout there.
Down on 4, Lincoln Huck out of Nashville Plainfield. He's taking on Ian DeBoom out of West Sioux.
So there's our first 106 pounders out there.
Lincoln Huck with the takedown right away.
Carter Richter, big 16-4 lead as we head to the third over on mat 1. Richter out of ACGC. Down on mat 7 early in the second period, Reese Stokes out of Hinton, 7-1 lead over Cal McCullough of East County. And final on 8, looks like Adam Marsh of Pocahontas area picks up a 4-0 win over Dolph of St. Ansgar.
All right, we have some requests for Ian Flickinger from Bellevue coming up. He's coming up here on mat 8. I tell you what, man, he had a district tournament, man. 15-13 record, takes out 2 guys with plus 30 wins to win the district tournament.
And come all the way down here, and he's got somebody from Northeast Goose Lake,
who they've probably wrestled 37 times this year.
Yeah, taking on Brady Shannon of Northeast. Mat 3, early in the first period. That's already a 6-1 lead for Roman Scheffler of AHSTW against Josh Young of Central Springs.
That River Valley Conference schedule, I feel like you guys see each other a lot.
A lot.
You get a lot of touches.
We get a lot of miles, a lot of travel in that one too. Now up on mat 1, Hayden Cantrell, Louisa Muscatine, taking on Simon Shetler out of Iowa City, Regina.
Iowa City, Regina, now wrestling mat number 1 at 285.
Definitely Cantrell, much bigger heavyweight, but like you talked about with the other Shetler, he moves pretty well here for a heavyweight, Simon. But Cantrell, a big boy.
Now up on mat number 7 at 113.
Shannon in on a double, but Flickinger just puts a big weight down on him. He's running through it. Readjust to a double.
Flickinger doing a good job getting his hips back here, though. Pulls him off of that takedown. Oh, but he kind of brings him right back. Keep those hips back.
It's like that's
some blood time, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of blood time, yeah.
So still scoreless, minute 12 left in the first there. Flickinger and Shannon. Mat 7, we got number 1 ranked 113-pounder coming out. That's Caden Belinsky at Don Bosco. He'll be facing Darnell Ramirez out of Postville.
Belinsky's tough, man.
Yeah.
This is where like yesterday with Southeast Polk. Now you're about to see the Don's dogs right now.
Yep. Yeah, you didn't see a lot of them that first round with those top 8 seeds sitting, but
Hayden Cantrell gets the takedown right on Simon Shetler with about 30 seconds left in the first.
Shetler
gets
up and out. Down here on mat 6, we got Hunter Lester 4 seed out of West Bend Mallard. Got a 3-0 lead after the first over Caleb Gordon out of Jessup.
Lewinsky, a shot right away. Just runs right through it. So we got a fall there down on 5.
That'll be Sheeter out of ACGC, I believe.
Yep.
So Jack Sheeter picks up a fall over Lane Meyer out of Audubon at heavyweight. They're still on blood time here with Flickinger. I know some of you are listening. So Brady Shannon, Northeast Community, Liam Flickinger out of Bellevue, still scoreless. Minute 12 left in the first. We've had quite a bit of blood time here.
Now they're going ready to go back center.
Oh, they are throwing the t-shirts today. We got the Iowa Corn t-shirt toss. The fans are going nuts here.
Everyone loves a good free t-shirt. No, they got the gun today.
Do they? There's a couple of girls throwing them here. Oh, yeah, the gun on the other side. Oh, looking for a fall here on 2.
Big fall. Looks like
South Hamilton. There's another comeback win. Brody Harris, South Hamilton, trailing but picks up a fall over Maverick Kolb out of trainer.
Lewinsky up 8-0 right now, down on mat 8 or 7. He's looking for the fall.
Cantrell riding Chetler here, leading 3-1 early in the second.
Big over-unders by Flickinger.
Cooper Sampson, North Mahaska, Thayer,
Gives up the takedown. Brody Shannon gets the takedown. Shannon up 3-0 on Flickinger. 30 seconds left here in the first.
Now on mat 2, Cooper Sampson, North Mahaska with a quick takedown, leading 3-0 over Landon Thayer of Logan Magnolia. Oh, Cantrell with a big throw of Shetler. Cantrell tosses him, gets the fall. Hayden Cantrell, Louisa Muscatine, a heavyweight. Looking for a fall here on 3. That's, I believe, Roman Scheffler, IHSAA, and there's the fall.
Yep. About 5 seconds left here in the first. Brady Shannon up 3-0 on Liam Flickinger, Bellevue.
Coming out on mat 7, we got Carver Hines out of Jessup taking on Brody Johnson of Logan Magnolia. About 30 seconds left in the first on mat 5. Wyatt Hyber out of Maple Valley, Anthony Odo with the 7-0 lead over Justin Knipfer out of Columbus, Winfield Mount Union.
Hunter Husing, Missouri Valley, Hudson Cox, Southeast Warren, Melcher Ellis.
We're not taking any shortcuts with these names. MVAO, that's
come on.
That's cheating.
Represent.
We got to represent for Odo.
Brady Shannon gets the escape to start the second period. He's up 4-0 on Flickinger.
Number 1, Ty Martin coming to the mat at 106. Mat 3, Ty Martin out of Don Bosco, the freshman, taking on Jacob Lawson out of Pocahontas area.
Hines another takedown, gets the 3.
We're going to see a lot of Jessup here this round, too. Another team's going to be looking for a team trophy in Class 1A.
Enjoy a refreshing Coca-Cola product that is locally made and nationally loved from the concession stands.
Looks like Huck, I believe.
Yep, National
picks up a 17-1 tech fall down here on 4. Lincoln Huck over DeBoom out of West Sioux. Mat 6, we're halfway through the third period. Hunter Lester, West Bend Mallard with a 6-1 lead over Caleb Gordon out of Jessup. Ty Martin picks up the first takedown for Don Bosco over there on 3. Did we see some... What's going on here? We must have got some near fall down there on 8. Yep. Shannon now leading Flickinger 7-0.
No, he got an escape takedown.
Oh, escape takedown, okay.
Yeah. Down on 7, Cooper Hines up 7-0. He gets the fall.
Carver Hines,
yeah.
It's a big fall for Jessup.
Yep. Meanwhile, down on 6, Hunter Lester up 6-2 on Caleb Gordon at Jessup.
He's got him in some trouble here, too. Lester looking for a fall.
There's the fall.
Oh, big stack on 5. That was a 7-6 match. Justin Knipfer come from behind. Columbus Winfield Mount Union gets the fall over Wyatt Huber out of Maple Valley. So big fall, Columbus Community. Another come from behind pin.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 120.
Down on 3. Ty Martin, he's up 3-0 right now, and Jacob Lawson. Ty Martin, the 1 seed.
Yoder, Logan Magnolia, Sterna.
Good one on mat 1. Hunter Hussing, Missouri Valley, leading 4-3 over Hudson Cox out of Southwest Warren, Melcher Dallas.
Down on 7, Logan Magnolia. We got Crosby Yoder taking on Ridge Sterna, Waco Wayland. 12-5 seeds there.
Woodbury Central, Coulter Lentz, Earlham, Benedicts. Woodbury Central, Lentz, Earlham. Now wrestling mat number 5 at 130.
Freshman Coulter Lenz out of Earlham now up on mat 5, taking on Nathan Benedicts out of Woodbury Central.
Jack Gogol, Lisbon.
Lenson on a leg right away.
Gogol, Lisbon, Soba, Hitton. Now wrestling mat number 6 at 113.
Down on 4 here, we got Keaton Whitrock. No, this is,
Brady Burton.
yep.
The other set of brothers from Westwood Sloan, the Burtons, coming out. Taking on Dakota Aney out of Columbus Winfield Mount Union. There's a takedown on 6 early in the first period. Jack Gogol out of Lisbon with a 3-0 lead over Beckett Savuba out of Hinton.
Meanwhile, Flickinger trying to get a takedown here, doesn't get it, gives up. He's down 10-0 with about a minute left.
Westwood Sloan, Edie, Columbus WMU. Now wrestling mat number 4 at 113.
Referee's talking on 2 whether or not that was a takedown right at the end of the period. And they're going to give the 3. So that's Connor Morrow, Akron Westfield. He's going to take a 3-0 lead over Zachary Williams of Sumner Fredericksburg as they head to the second period.
Cradle locked up on 7.
That's Crosby Yoder out of Logan Magnolia.
He gets a set of 3, or he gets a 3 takedown there. He's got a lot of time to work here.
Oh, nice takedown, Brady Burton, Westwood. Quick, 10 seconds in, up 3-0 on Dakota Aney. Cradle on 6, and there's the fall. Jack Gogol out of Lisbon. That was the 8-9 matchup. Gogol with the fall in the first period over Beckett Savuba out of Hinton. A little bit better match than I expected on mat 3. We're in the second period. Number 1, Ty Martin with a 9-5 lead over the 17 seed, Lawson out of Pocahontas.
Ty Martin a little bit undersized, but he just is just a horse.
Hunter Hussing of Missouri Valley did pick up the win over Hudson Cox down on mat 1.
Down on 5, Coulter Lenz out of Earlham. He's got fall first period over Nathan Benedicts out of Woodbury Central.
Now up on mat 1, another 8-9 match. That'll be Kason Lopez out of West Suhuarden taking on Mason Knapp out of West Bend Mallard. Oh, Dakota Aney with a nice reversal. Trailing Brady Burton 3-2 now. Just over halfway through the first period.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a step over there on 2.
Yeah, 2. I was watching 2. Instead, it's a reversal. Connor Morrow of Akron Westfield now leading 5-3 over Zachary Williams of Sumner Fredericksburg.
Brady Burton looking for the fall.
Oh, geez, Aney was just on top. Got a reversal.
There's the fall.
There's the fall. Brady Burton.
Columbus Catholic, Hope Hudson, Hackett, Columbus Catholic. Now wrestling mat number 5 at 120.
Coming out now on mat 5, we're going to have Mason Fought out of Hudson taking on Joe Hackett out of Columbus Catholic. So Columbus Catholic out of Waterloo, Columbus Community out of Columbus Junction, Winfield Mount Union. Try to keep them all straight here.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 126. Kingston Kerrigan, Riverside Oakland. Deshaun Carroll, Jessup.
Now underway on 6. That is Leighton Elmquist out of Audubon taking on Jagger White out of Nashville Plainfield.
Now up on mat number
And Ty
8,
Martin gets the fall.
Josh Nelson,
Minute left in the third period.
Micah Skogan, Blake
Jacob
Mills,
Lawson.
Nelson,
Nice fight out of Lawson there, but number 1, Ty Martin moving on.
Mat number 8 at 106.
Now on mat 4, this should be a pretty good match. Fun one. Both these guys can score some points here. That's Kingston Kerrigan, Riverside, Oakland, taking on Deshaun Perro out of Jessup. Another pretty good match for the team race early on as well. I expect both of these teams to be fighting for trophies.
Yeah. I mean, Riverside first round was looking real tough.
Yeah, they still got number 1 Drew Anderson coming out at 44 yet. Already doing some work.
Down on 3, we have Ian Mays out of Waco Wayland, the 2 seed. He's taking on Jackson Shue out of North Butler, Clarksville.
Mays was a state runner-up last year, 106 as a freshman.
Down on 5 though. Hackett though looking for the fall.
Yeah, already up 6-1 in the first period.
There it is.
4 seed Joe Hackett, Columbus Catholic. Moving on to the quarterfinals. Oh, Perro. Deshaun Perro with a nice takedown down here on 4. Early 3-0 lead over Kingston Kerrigan.
Down on 2. We got Zakari Williams out of Sumner Fredericksburg. He's in on a takedown here, trying to jump up or here, get the go-ahead lead. Minute left. Connor Morrow, though, doing a good job holding on.
Crosby Yoder with a cradle locked up on 7. He's already up 8-0 over Rich Sterna.
Coming up here on...
Looks like Josh Nelson in Ottawa Valley picked up a fall on 8.
Coming up on 5, Tatum Honda out of Cascade taking on Jack Border out of Hinton. Hinton, the 4 seed.
Jensen Dyer, Martinsdale, St. Mary's. Lane Knudsen, Central Springs.
Mays picks up a fall on mat 3. Ian Mays, Waco Wayland over Jackson Shue of North Butler. Just under a minute.
Border in on a shot. Honda feeding hips. Going to waterfall position.
Did I miss the Honda roll?
Yes, you missed the Honda roll.
Coming out on mat 8, we got the 1 seed, Jensen Dyer, Martinsdale, St. Mary's. 1 seed at 120, taking on Lane Knudsen out of Central Springs.
Still no 3 yet down on mat 5.
Now wrestling mat number 1 at 120.
Ooh, got a hook leg maybe there.
Yeah, there's
There
3.
it is. So Jack Border hitting early 3-0 lead over Tatum Honda.
Big lip. Goes
Oh,
right back
yeah,
to
this-
feet.
See that left on 6? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, down on 4.
Okay. We had a big return on 6 as well. Jager White out of Nashville Plainfield with a 3-0 lead, but Leighton Elmquist picked him up, walked him across the mat, and put him down. Deshaun Perro putting up some points here. He's already up 7-2 on Kingston Kerrigan. Just about done in the first period. So they're going to head to the second period. 7-2 for Deshaun Perro.
Down on 2, Jesse Burton with a go-ahead takedown out of Westwood Sloan. He's up 3-0 here in 15 seconds into the first period.
So we're seeing them all now. Said those top 8 seeds did not wrestle that first round. They all got buys, but they're all out on the mat now. Number 1 ranked, I believe. Number 7 seed, Aiden Bergman, after he got upset at Districts, up 3-0 over Jacob Rauch out of North Lynn on mat 1.
Down on 3, Hendrik Schwab.
Gives up the early takedown, though. Chase Schleybaugh, ACGC, with a takedown. 3-0 lead over Hendrik Schwab halfway through the first. Now up on mat 7, Curtis Bullock out of South Central Calhoun, taking on the freshman Bo Hake of the Wiseman Muscatine.
Jesse Burton with the fall down on 2.
Hake, that freshman that actually got the fall over Bergman at Districts. He's a hitter. He's fun to watch. He's looking for a fall now on 7.
Down on 8. Looks like Jensen Dyer gets the fall out of Martinsdale St. Mary's. Hendrik Schwab, reversal, pin.
Nice job. Hendrik Schwab, Don Bosco moving on.
He just wanted to make mom worried a little bit.
There's a fall for Bo Hake of Louisa Muscatine on mat 7.
Down on 6. There's the fall.
Elmquist trailing 4-0. Leighton Elmquist Audubon gets the fall over Jagger White out of Nashville Plainfield.
Down on 5. Jack Border up 3-0 on Tatum Honda. Start of the second period. They're going back on their feet.
Things getting a little bit tighter over here on mat 4. Pero now leads Kingston Kerrigan 8-6. That's 30 seconds left in the second period.
Down on 2. Hayden Schwab gets the takedown right away. He's taking on CJ Rodriguez of Emmitsburg.
Central Springs. Bonson, West Lyon.
Bergman leading 3-1 over Jacob Rauch as we head to the second period on mat 1. Coming out on mat 3, we're going to have Truman Hogan, Central Spring, taking on Ryan Bonson out of West Lyon.
Down on 8, Blake Irvine out of Bosco taking on Taylor Kibbe out of Janesville.
Oh, possible fall on 7. That's Waylon Logue, Southeast Warren.
Oh, I thought
Buckeye rolled through.
I thought he was going to get rolled through in a cement mixer. Got some injury time there down on 4, it looks like. Deshaun Pero. Down on 3, we got Tatum Hagen taking on Ryan Boshin out of West Lyon. Down on 5, Jack Border opening it up here on Tatum Honda. He's up 10-0.
Hinton, one of those teams, has just always got a lineup full of good guys up there. Nothing flashy, but they're just tough. Looks like Deshaun Pero with some injury time down here on mat 4.
Yeah.
Now underway on 6. That's Max Millage out of Earlham taking on Brody Carter out of West Monona.
Max Millage, man, we've been hearing about him all year. He's tough as they come, too.
Yeah, and he's got a little brother Cyrus coming up here soon next year for Earlham, who will be a stud. Mat 3, Ryan Bonson, West Lyon out to a quick 6-1 lead over Truman Hogan.
It's like 14-0 right now. Jack Border over Eric out of Tatum Honda.
Millage picking up some near fall here on 6. Pero still on the mat on mat 4. He's running low on some injury time here. That's a 9-6 match.
Honda's going to try doing some work on top, but giving up an escape here is going to be a tech fall. Yep, and there's a tech fall. Jack Border. Down on 2. Hayden Schwab looking for a cradle. He's up 13-0. There's 4. He's going to get the tech fall, 17-0.
IB is a proud partner of IHSAA.
We still got a lot of injury time down here on 4.
Yeah, I think he's out of injury time the way it looks. They're going to call it.
Yeah, they're calling it.
Oh, wow. So Deshaun Pero led that whole match, but he's going to be an injury default. That's going to be a win for Kingston Kerrigan out of Riverside, Oakland. Oh, no. What?
What? Wait.
Did they call a slam or something?
They must have.
They just raised Pero's hand.
Yeah, I think it's a slam. He doesn't look happy walking off the mat there.
So it looks like Pero used up his injury time, and it looks like he's going to win by injury default for Jessup. So that's a big extra 2 team points there.
Meanwhile, down on 6, Millage has a cradle locked up. He's up 11-0. Down on 8, Blake Irvine. He's up 3-0.
Aiden Bergman extended his lead to 9-2 over there in the second period on mat 1. Oh, sweet little duck under from number 1, Drew Anderson on mat 2.
Drew Anderson.
10 seconds in. Drew Anderson, Riverside, Oakland, with a 3-0 lead over Max Pollock, Wayne Corridon.
Huseman, St. Ansgar, Erpenbach, West Lyon. Now wrestling
Cooper
match number
Hines
7
now
at
on mat
138.
5, already at the 6-1 lead over Johnny Cortez out of Coon Rapids. Anderson with a carry. Nothing yet, trying to get him to his back here. Nice job of Pollock squaring up, coming back up to his feet. Bergman starting to light up the scoreboard over there on one. Aiden Bergman now up 15-3 in the second period. There's another takedown. That's going to be a tech fall. 18-3 for Aiden Bergman. Possible fall on 5. That's Cooper Hines. So
Blake,
Jessup putting in some work here.
Blake Irvine with the fall, too.
Now wrestling match number 6 at 126. Casson Finch, Colfax Mingo. Jackson Page, Alta Aurelia. Finch, Colfax Mingo. Page, Alta Aurelia. Now wrestling.
Drew Anderson up 6-1 now, halfway through the first. Coming up on mat 4, this should be a pretty good one. I believe 2 freshmen, Mason Helgeson out of Lake Mills and Cash Koopmans out of West Sioux Huarden. Koopmans is a problem.
Yeah,
He's good.
Just followed that shot up very nicely.
There's a fall for number 1, Drew Anderson out of Riverside, Oakland at 144. Coming up on mat 7 will be Trace Huseman out of St. Ansgar taking on Evan Erpenbach out of West Lyon.
On 1, Cade Happel out of Lisbon taking on Owen Becerra. I'm not even going to try to ask what number of Happel that is.
These are the last 2 of the boys here, are both here. Kyler lost at 106 in the first round, and now here's Cade. Shout out to the Happel family. It's been interesting, not a very fun few months here. Their sister was involved in a pretty gnarly accident, but she's improving.
There's 3 down there on 2.
That's Jet Kramer out of Linville, Sully.
He's taking on Jack Thomason out of Starmont.
Koopmans did pick up a takedown here on mat 4, so Cash Koopmans, West Sioux up 3-0. Now on mat 8 is Carter Gadberry out of Lisbon. He's taking on Sam Egan out of Sumner, Fredericksburg. There's a takedown for Egan, 20 seconds in, 3-0 lead. Cooper Hines finishes off a tech fall on mat 5.
Down on 3 here, it looks like.
That's Bonson.
Bonson on top, looking for the fall. You guys have 4s.
So Jessup racking up some bonus points here early in this round.
They haven't brought up any team scores yet. I haven't seen across the
I
board.
haven't really seen them. I can't get my track to really work here.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 130.
Becerra already up 6-2 on Happel. 30 seconds left in the first.
North Butler, Clarksville. Mentally, Linville, Sully.
End of the first on mat 6. Kason Fitch, Colfax Mingo with a 3-2 lead over Jackson Page, Alta Aurelia. Page the 2 seed. There's a fall on 7. Trailing 6-1. Trace Huseman out of St. Ansgar picks up a big fall,
Good win for
defeating
him.
Evan Erkenbach. Wow. So I'm telling you, 7. You don't want to be ahead, I don't think. These are a bunch of comeback falls here. Now up on mat 5, Matthew Mintle, Linville Sully, underway against Maddox Morrison out of North Butler, Clarksville.
Oh, got a headlock here, but I don't think we... Oh, almost had it. Down on 5.
Cradle locked up on 6. That's Jackson Page, I believe, of Alta Aurelia.
There's the fall.
Was trailing early, but picks up a fall over Kason Fitch out of Colfax Mingo. Now underway on 7. Kinnick Munson out of Ogden taking on Hayden Riggin out of Louisa Muscatine. Tell you what, that's a program that's been coming back. Used to be a real good program down there at Louisa Muscatine. Been down for a few years, but they got some guys this year. We've already seen Contrell win, Bo Hake win. Here comes Hayden Riggins, the 6th seed at 144.
Moving along. Oh, down on 1.
Don Bosco. Now wrestling mat
Oh,
number 6 at
big roll
138.
through there. Nothing yet. Got some action going on one. Happel, or Brecca up 6-3 on Happel right now.
Owen Becerra.
Becerra.
Coming out on mat 3, we're going to have Ty Strode of Nottoway Valley taking on Ryan Fletcher out of Underwood. Kinnick Munson of Ogden scored a ton of points in that first match, and now he's up 6-2 on the 6th seed, Hayden Riggin. I tell you what, though, Riggin's one of those guys you can't count out either. Another pinner for L&M. But he is trailing 9-2 here in the first period.
Down on 5. Got bar action going on there. Looks like Matt Mintel. He's looking to step over.
His teammate, Jet Kramer, leading 3-1 on mat 2. Linville Sully.
Happel looking for the headlock. He doesn't have it. Slips out. Gives up the 3.
Down on mat 8, Sam Egan of Summer Fredericksburg builds his lead to 11-1 over Carter Gadberry of Lisbon. Now on mat 6, about a minute in, Sawyer Crawl, Wapsie Valley with a 3-0 lead over Brady Brash of Don Bosco. Looks like Jax Thomason from Starmont got a takedown, so he now leads Jack Kramer 4-3.
Sawyer Crawl looking for near fall points. Taking on Brady Bash out of Don Bosco. He gets up, gives a set of 4 on there. Crawl family, another deep family at Wapsie Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a takedown for Hayden Riggin of Louisa Muscatine, but he still trails 9-6 against Kinnick Munson of Ogden.
Meanwhile, down on 7.
Oh, Riggin looking for a fall, though.
Yep.
Told you, he's a pinner. He's never out. There's a fall for Hayden Riggin out of Louisa Muscatine.
Another come from behind pin on 7. I am not one to wrestle on mat 7. They call you mat 7. No, I want to redo.
Right. Cash Koopmans out of West Sioux picks up a 19-4 tech fall on mat 4.
All right, on 4, Braylon Peters out of Westwood Sloan taking on Ryder Eklund out of Ogden.
Freshman Braylon Peters.
Crawl get another takedown here. He's up 10-0 on Brady Brash.
Mat 3, we're going to head to the second period. Ryan Fletcher of Underwood leading 3-0 over Ty Strode of Nottoway Valley. There's an early takedown for Braylon Peters. 3-0 lead. Now he's got an armbar. He takes Eklund over. Looking for a fall. Eklund able to get off his back, but that's 4 near fall for Braylon Peters, so an early 7-0 lead.
Crawl looking for the fall.
There it is. Sawyer Crawl, Wapsie Valley, heading to the quarterfinals. Now underway on mat 7. Jace Jones, Sumner Fredericksburg, taking on Owen Scott of Westwood Sloan. Good one down on mat 1. Happel with the comeback. Kate Happel now leading 13-11 over Owen Becerra. 37 seconds left in that match.
Meanwhile, down on 2, Jax Thomason. He's up 8-5, and he's in on a leg. Nice little sick finish there.
Jack Kramer led early, but nice job out of Thomason here.
Thomason is kind of a comeback kid. He did this in the second match, too. Oh, he's got him trapped.
Yep. He's got Kramer in some trouble. Oh, Braylon Peters with the cradle down here on 3. Already up 10-1 in the first period.
Coming up on 6, we got Bryce Carroll, the 5 seed out of Cascade, taking on Kason Watson out of Central Decatur.
Matthew Mintel now up 13-0 on mat 5 over Maddox Morrison of North Butler Clarksville, excuse me. Looking for a fall on 7. Jace Jones got a cradle locked up. Jones out of Sumner, Fredericksburg. Coming out on mat 8 will be Luke Schroeder, Missouri Valley, taking on Brayton Carlson out of Lawton Brunson. Couple of Western Iowa boys down there.
Waterfall position down on 3. Looks like Fletcher trying to look for a takedown here on Strode. He's leading 3-1. Down on 2, Dawson Youngblood, the 1 seed, taking on Weston Price and Northland.
Riley Watts, Lawton Bronson, Schwanziger, Nashua Plainfield, Watts, Lawton Bronson.
Youngblood with the early takedown.
Man. Dawson Youngblood has never lost in Wells Fargo Arena since he was 8 years old.
Braylon Peters, the freshman, this stage is not too big. He is putting on a showdown here on mat 4. That's an 8-9 matchup. He's up 16-3 early in the second.
Oof. He's putting it on. Here's the thing, though, man. If you want to win 4 state titles, you don't do it. You don't do it by winning 1-0s or getting nervous as a freshman. You got to go out there and just put it on people.
Yeah. And there's another takedown. That's a 19-3 tech fall for young Braylon Peters out of Westwood Sloan.
Interstate 35, Peterson, Lake Mills,
Now up on 1, Riley Watts, Lawton Bronson with an early 3-1 lead over Luke Zwazinger out of Nashua Plainfield. A couple Lawton Bronson guys out here. Brayton Carlson on mat 8, leading 3-0 over Schroeder of Missouri Valley.
Carroll in on a shot, about 15 seconds left. He's going to look to come out the back door. He's got 7 seconds. You need to look to finish, bud. I don't think he's going to get it. Nope. Down on 4, Matthew Crimmins out of St. Ed's. Kendron Van Beek out of West Sioux.
Youngblood up 9-2 now in the first period down here on mat 2. Dawson Youngblood looking for his 3rd state title. Iowa Hawkeye commit. Riley Watts putting on a show down here on 1. No surprise there. He's up 12-3 in the first period over Zwazinger out of Nashua Plainfield. Mat 5, Braden Sheffers of I-35 picks up the first takedown. 3-0 lead over Royce Peterson.
We had some near fall going on there down 7, Jace Jones. Or actually, Owen Scott actually.
Trailing 7-0.
Getting near falls on 7. Bryce Carroll with a reversal.
Matthew Crimmins got the first takedown on 4, but Van Beek gets a quick reversal. So 3-2, now 4-2 after release.
Meanwhile, Owen Scott hits a reversal, or Jace Jones hits a reversal. He's up 9-4 now. Youngblood looking for the cradle.
Yeah, that's tight. Oh, Weston Price gets off his back here. But that's a 16-2 lead now in the second period for Dawson Youngblood. There's another takedown for Riley Watts, Lawton Bronson. He's up now 15-3 just into the second period.
Meanwhile, Bryce Carroll up 2-0, tough ride. 30 seconds left here in the second. He's got a bar in.
Fletcher from Underwood up 10-1 on mat 3, 30 seconds left. There is a 19-3 tech fall for number 1, Dawson Youngblood over Weston Price of Northland. So more bonus points for Don Bosco. Crimmins of St. Ed's putting on quite a ride here on mat 4, leading 7-2, heading to the second period. There's Riley Watts, gets a takedown, was going to get a tech fall, but instead he just goes for the fall. Riley Watts up 18-4, picks up a fall.
Carroll up 3-0 here with about a minute 45 left here, third. He's in on a shot.
Souvenir programs for today's tournament are available.
Down on 4.
$5 each.
Matthew Crimmins out of St. Ed's, he's up 10-2.
Now up by match number 1 at 144.
Down on 2, it looks like Caden Lang of Jessup and Wade Hawkins of Logan Mag. They're starting off.
Lisbon now wrestling mat number 1 at 144.
So we're still rolling here, guys. We're on the front side here. We're about halfway through. Then we're gonna do a round of consolations on the back side. Then the afternoon, guys, is gonna be a busy one. We're gonna be packed. You're gonna need to pack a lunch with us because we're doing 2A first round, then the second round, and then first round consolations, and then we're rolling into 3A quarters tonight or this afternoon. So it's just gonna be one session. They're gonna roll them right out. I'm assuming that probably 3A is gonna start around probably 6. There's gonna be no break. They're just gonna roll them right through. Meanwhile, down on 6, Bryce Carroll putting up backpack ride here. He's up 6-0, about 30 seconds left here in the third. Real tough backpack here. Spiral ride. Rolling as good as he can.
Woodbury Central, Foreman Central, E.D. Co. Linden, Woodbury Central, now wrestling mat number 4 at 150.
Bryce Carroll picks up the 6-0 win for Cascade as he moves on to tomorrow's quarterfinals.
Mat number 7 at 150. Brandenburg, Lake Mills.
Meanwhile, down on 1, Parker Glassmaker out of MMC. Marcus Meridian Cleghorn. He's up 3-0 over Jackson Knapp of Lisbon. Down on 2, still scoreless here at the end of the first, Caden Lang and Wade Hawkins. Down on 3, Gavin Wigg and Riker Vandervelde from Signature Kyoto. Wigg just goes ahead with a 3-0 lead here with about a minute left. They're on blood time. Down on 4, Braxton Borman out of Central Edco taking on Lincoln Linden of Woodbury Central. 5, we got Royce Patterson out of Lake Mills taking on Braden Sheffords out of I-35. Down on 6, Ryder Klein at ACGC. He's taking on Levi Ellis out of Ridgeview. Down on 7, Stephen Brandenburg out of Lake Mills. He's up 3-0 on Jariah Bowles out of AGWSR. And down on mat 8, Luke Schroeder out of Mo Valley. He's taking on Brayton Carlson out of Leighton Bronson.
Lake Rosen, Pleasantville, Christensen, ACGC, Rosen.
Needed a second time. We're back. What we got going here? I missed anything good? Number 1, Steve Brandenburg out to a 3-0 lead on mat 7. Taking on Jariah Bowles, AGWSR. Looks like Brandenburg must have picked up a fall down there.
Yeah.
Now wrestling on mat number 7.
Down on 7, we got Preston Hunter out of Beckman Catholic.
South Winneshiek. Hunter, Beckman Catholic. Steffens, South
Taking on Steffens out of South Winneshiek.
Court Steffens, I believe.
Preston Hunter, returning state medalist last year.
Mat 2, Caden Lang, Jessup out to a 3-0 lead over Wade Hawkins out of Logan Magnolia. Mat number 1, Parker Glassmaker of MMC with a 4-3 lead over Jackson Knapp of Lisbon. Knapp was looking for a headlock and couldn't quite get it there. Now up on coming up on mat 5 will be Chance Christensen of Riceville taking on Aiden Tim out of Belle Plaine.
Down on 6, it looks like Levi Ellis out of Ridgeview. He's up 3-2 right now. We're winding down about 30 seconds left here in the first. Hunter takes a diving shot, but finds a way to get to the legs. He was like sliding into second.
We're getting kind of quiet on the chat here. Hopefully we still got a bunch of you listening. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you want to cover anybody specific here. What do we got going on 1 here? We're in quite a situation. I think it's a cradle for Glassmaker, but Knapp stepping over it. Knapp's got Glassmaker and
Glassmaker passes it through.
I don't know. Knapp trying to come up here on top. This is quite a scramble here. Yeah, Knapp's going to end up on top, but I'm not sure if there is. I think Glassmaker got a couple near fall, but now Knapp's getting near fall. So it's 7-5, but that's going to be a 4 count for Knapp. So now it's 7-9. Now Knapp's got a cradle locked up.
My goodness.
That's tight. That's
There's
tight.
the
There
fall.
it is. Jackson Knapp of Lisbon.
Just pins the 3 seed.
Knapp's tough. My son wrestled him earlier this year. He's a little underranked, underappreciated, I think. Mat 4, we got Lincoln Linden of Woodbury Central with a 3-1 lead over Braxton Borman. Oh, wait. That must have been final. I think Linden maybe picked up a fall down there.
Totally Wood, Wayne Gordon, Kyle Eglican, the Coconut Valley, Wood, Wayne
Aiden
Gordon,
Tim on Mat 5. That's the 2 seed. Aiden Tim out of Belle Plaine with a 3-1 lead over Chase Christensen out of Riceville late in the first period.
Westwood Sloan, Lincoln Laval,
Down on Mat 8, Blake Rawson, Pleasantville leading 3-1 over Charlie Christensen out of ACGC.
now wrestling mat number 1 at 157.
Down on 8. Got near falls there, set of 4.
That's Rosen, I believe, out of Pleasantville.
Here we go on 4. Anglican on Mac Valley taking on Tully Wood. 12-5 seed. Tell you what, man, Anglican kind of, like I said, he just goes everywhere.
Yeah, he's dangerous.
He could make, I was going to say, he could make something happen here.
He can sometimes be his own worst enemy, but he's dangerous. Took 12 seconds for Boston Peters to get his first takedown. Number 1 Boston Peters down there on Mat 1. 3-0 lead over Lincoln Levin out of Central Springs. Here we go, getting a few compliments and people looking for some matches. Wig and Linden. Gavin Wig's currently up 7-1 on Mat 3. He's taking on Riker Vandehuvel out of Sigourney Kyoto. That's early in the 3rd period. Caden Lang and Jessup now up 8-0. Oh, no, that one's over. Lang got a win. So now on Mat 2 will be Sam Raymond of St. Albert's taking on Dustin Van Ort out of West Sioux.
St. Albert, Van Ort, West Sioux Hayward, now wrestling mat number 2 at 150.
Preston Hunter he just picked up a win over there on 7.
Yep. Future Dewhawk. Down on 2. Van Ort gives up the takedown.
Yeah, Raymond with the early takedown.
He ran right over him. We're at 150. We've got some 57-pounders out there now.
Over on Mat 5, Aiden Tim now up 7-1 against Christensen Riceville. Nice takedown on 6. That's tied up 7-7. Ryder Klein, ACGC. Levi Else out of Ridgeview tied 6-6 early in the 3rd period. Ridgeview got a couple boys here. They're well known for their girls program, but Troy Grader doing great things with the girls over there at Ridgeview.
Big Troy guy. Boston Peters up on Mat 1.
Yeah, 9-0 already, late in the 1st. Van Ort did pick up a reversal down here on 2, but he trails Sam Raymond 3-2 in the 1st period. Possible fall on 7 now. That's Teague Smith, West Hancock Britt.
Another guy we've been talking about a lot, Teague Smith. Last year was a state finalist.
I believe so, yeah.
Boston took 3rd last year as well?
Yep.
Yeah, 3rd.
And they're in the same weight again this year. Number 1, number 2.
Oof. 1A's fun.
Mat 3, Gavin Wig now up 10-5 over Vanderheuvel. Caleb Brown did win his first match. He'll be coming up here again in the 2nd round, though.
Mike Hass, we appreciate you, dude. You're a road warrior.
Shout out my sister Rachel, listening on the way down with her husband, Jason McKenna, on the way down to watch some 2A action. Got us tuned in.
Got to hang out with Sister Lindy last night.
That's right. Got the whole family coming today.
Meanwhile, down on 4, Gavin Wig No, I'm sorry, mat 4.
Tully Wood.
He's racking up a 12-3. Looks like 15-3 now. Maybe just a little too much there for Kyle England.
We're going to go final on mat 6. That's Levi Else out of Ridgeview picking up a 7-6 win over Ryder Klein of ACGC.
Played second. Bell Plain.
Mat 3, we got some near fall going for Gavin Wigg.
Now wrestling mat number 8 at 150.
Oh, excuse me, that was Vanderheuvel.
Yeah.
So Wigg's up big, but Vanderheuvel got some near fall there, but they're going to go final. Wigg does win that one, 12-9. On mat 5, we're halfway through the third period. Aiden Tim, Bell Plain extends his lead to 10-3 over Chance Christensen of Riceville. Boston Peters picks up a tech fall, 16-1.
Down on 6, we got Chance Hoyt out of Iowa Valley Marengo. He's taking on Josh Winey out of Earlham.
Early takedown on mat 8, Aiden Groom, North Mahaska with a 3-0 lead now over Wade Sancott out of Bell Plain.
Looks like a tech coming there on mat 4 for Tully Wood out of Wayne.
Wayne Corridon picks up 20-4 tech fall.
Out on 3, Tyrone Perro out of Jessup, taking on Mason Hauser out of Oakland, Riverside.
Now wrestling on mat number 3.
Nick Pasuti with a quick takedown over Caleb Sudin over there on 1.
Jessup. Mason Hauser. Riverside.
So Pasuti of I-35 leads 3-1. He's got Sudin leg up in the air again.
Now wrestling mat number 3 at 150.
Got some blood time there on 7.
Sudin's the 3 seed here.
On mat number 4 at 157.
There's another takedown for Pasuti. Oh no, they're not going to give it yet.
Lake Mills. Dominic. Woodbury Central. Scogan. Lake Mills.
Sam Raymond from St. Albert still leading Dustin Van Ort. Number 2, Dustin Van Ort. Well, number 1 ranked, number 2 seeded. Oh, there goes Van Ort. Gets some near fall, so it's 8-7 now for Van Ort. Perro picks up the takedown on mat 3 to take a 3-0 lead. Pasuti with another takedown over number 3, Caleb Sudin.
Number 5, down on 3, Tyrone Perro, though. Nice takedown there. About a minute left there in the first.
Aiden Tim of Bell Plain picks up a 13-4 major decision over Chance Christensen of Riceville.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 157. Jackson Gordon, Riverside, Oakland. Ron Blanchard, Nashua Plainfield. Gordon, Riverside, Oakland. Blanchard, Nashua Plainfield. Now wrestling mat number 5 at 157.
Eric Schiffers.
Sam Raymond scores again. Raymond's leading 9-8 over number 1 Dustin Van Ort here early in the third period. And now Raymond puts an order on his back.
There's the
Oh,
fall.
man. Number 1 ranked Dustin Van Ort gets pinned
in the first round
by Sam Raymond. I believe the 15 seed out of St. Albert's. Wow.
Wow. Gotta love the state tournament. Anyone can be beaten here, boys and girls.
Nick Pasuti doing some work for I-35 down there. The number 14 seed leads number 3 seeded Caleb Sudin 10-3 in the second period.
This bracket just got opened up wide open.
Pasuti out of I-35. Now up on mat 2, that's Kelvin Monternock out of Cascade taking on Kale Weiskopf out of HLVTC.
What towns, buddy? Come on.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I got that one in my arsenal. HLV's Victor, I know.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what all those towns are. You got it?
No, I don't. Westcoff's looking for a cradle, and he's got it. That's tight.
Good one down on mat 5 early. Jackson Gordon, Riverside, Oakland. Devin Blanchard, Nashville Plainfield tied at 4. Getting underway on mat 7, we're going to have Max Shano of Riverside, Oakland taking on Dawson Allen of East Sac County.
Dawson Allen, East Sac County. Shadow, Riverside.
Down on 7.
IHSAA County. Now wrestling.
We got Max Sano and Dawson Allen, IHSAA. That cradle is tight, man.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Monarchs do a
Monarch
good
gets
job
off.
fighting through it, but
Down on mat 6, we're halfway through the second period. Josh Winey of Earlham leads the 6th seed, Chance Hoyt out of Iowa Valley Marengo. A good one on 8, Aiden Groom, the 5-4 lead over Wade Sandcott out of Belle Plaine, getting towards the end of the second period. Swedin must have gotten a takedown on 1, but Pasuti still leads 10-8. Weiskopf leading Monternock 7-0 as we're going to finish up the first, head to the second period.
down on 6, all tied up. A Chance Hoyt, Josh Winey. About 40 seconds left here in the second.
Tyrone Pero of Jessup still with a 3-1 lead over Mason Hauser of Riverside Oakland halfway through the second.
Matt 7, we can keep you posted. Still scoreless.
Shano and Allen here.
Yep. Down on 1. Pasuti, though, Sweden, though, is making a comeback.
10-8. There's another takedown for Weiskopf on that too, so he now leads
meanwhile-
Monternock 10-0.
Oh, ooh.
Swedin with the reversal, and now he's got Pasuti in trouble.
Oh, man.
Another come from behind pin.
Yep.
Caleb Swedin, Gradinger, Terrell,
There's the fall.
Eshire.
There's the fall on Matt 2. Wiskoff of HLVTC over Kelvin Monternock Cascade.
We're in the third period now on 6. Josh Winey, Earlham, Chance Hoyt, Iowa Valley tied 3-3 early in the third. They are neutral. Mat 4, that's Sam Dominic, Woodbury Central with a 6-1 lead over Caleb Scogan of Lake Mills. Still scoreless on that mat 7 there. Shano and Allen, that's going to end scoreless, end of the first period, head to the second. Aiden Groom and North Mahaska looking for a fall on 8. There it is. The dog's excited.
The dog is excited.
For those of you who haven't seen, there's literally, North Mahaska's got a C&I dog for one of their coaches down there.
East Buchanan, Buckingham, Glen Corden, Eldred.
Things got a little chippy there on mat 8.
Now up on mat 1, there's an early takedown for Trainer Coase out of Coon Rapids Bayard. 3-0 lead over Connor Stiles of Earlham.
Oh, Hoyt with a big throw. Does it go out of bounds?
No points.
No points, though, but man.
So they're still 3-3, 53 seconds left in that match. Chance Hoyt, Iowa Valley, Josh Winey out of Earlham.
I got to make sure before the week's over, I got to go say what's up to Coach Kriegel from Iowa Valley.
Yeah.
Great dude.
Yeah, we love Coach Kriegel.
Yates, Emmitsburg, Blake Schwartz, Panorama. Yates, Emmitsburg.
Son grows a better mustache than I do.
Now wrestling, mat number 8.
He was about 7'8" in 4th grade,
Yeah.
I think, Nolan. Nolan will be coming up here at 190.
Oh, he's up to 190 already? Big
Yep.
boy. That was bound to happen.
Yeah. And a great football player. Nolan Kriegel, I believe, led the entire state in touchdowns this year playing 8-man football.
There's takedown there on 4.
Oh, Mason Hauser, Riverside Oakland now leads 5-4 over Tyrone Pero of Jessup. That's a big win or a big match there.
Yeah, about 48 seconds.
Looks like you got
Big
Cradle locked up.
This is big team implications here. Still tied up here down on 6 as they go into overtime. Oh, that was close. Ooh, nice little throw there on 8. As he goes roll through though. Whoa!
Yates of Emmitsburg's got Schwartz from Panorama on his back.
Wow, that was impressive.
Schwartz able to get off, but he's going to be trailing 7-0. Chance Hoyt in on a shot in a waterfall position. That's 3-3 in overtime. Hoyt and Winey.
Back in waterfall. Going to sit.
Let's try and put Winey in some trouble here, maybe.
Oh,
Turn.
who's gonna win
Winey
this
still
one?
got that leg
Yep.
locked.
But Hoyt does a great
Hoyt
job
gets the
there.
ankle,
There's
comes
the three.
around. Chance Hoyt, Iowa Valley, picks up a win in overtime. Survive in advance.
Wow, down here, Mason Hauser takes 5-4 over Tyrone Perro.
Number 5 seed, Tyrone Perro.
Got a little 12-5 upset.
Trainer Coase of
Meanwhile-
Coon Rapids Bears up 8-0 on Connor Stiles of Earlham over on Mat 1.
Meanwhile, Jackson Gordon down on mat 5. He's up 12-7 for Riverside. I tell you what, man, I think Riverside's like, you know what? Jessup, you guys might, you have to put a little work in.
Coming to play.
Yeah.
Down on 7, it's now 4-2 lead for Max Shano of Riverside, Oakland. He's leading Dawson Allen of East Sac County early in the third period. Another big match for Riverside, Oakland. And that's going to go final on 5. So Jackson Gordon, Riverside, Oakland picks up a 13-10 win over Devin Blanchard and Nashua Plainfield. Good one coming up, or just underway on mat 3. That's Ty Christensen, Don Bosco, taking on Cohen Walford out of Wapello. About 20 seconds in, still scoreless. Now up on mat 6, Kyle Kaboshik out of South Winneshiek, taking on Gavin Wetzel of Southwest Valley. Kaboshik picks up a quick takedown.
Another name, Southeast Winneshiek, that's just like Smith.
That's my area. I got all kinds of family from the South Winneshiek area.
Central, now wrestling at number 4 at 175.
Down on 2.
165.
Fisher Buckingham, he's up 1-0 on Trenton Elledge of East Buck. About a minute left here in the second.
Cohen Walford picks up a takedown on mat 3, take a 3-0 lead over Ty Christensen of Don Bosco.
Down on 4, Alex Tybman goes ahead with a go-ahead takedown over Connor Brown of Sioux Central.
On 6, going to be some near fall maybe for Kaboshik, still holding. But he did get a count there. Looks like he's still got that ball in chains. They're not awarding the points quite yet. Now he's got him back over. Kaboshik looking for a fall, but they're real close, going to go out of bounds. So that's 3 near fall, now a 6-0 lead. Down on mat 1, that's going to be a 15-0 technical fall. Trainer Coase out of Coon Rapids Bears gets a tech fall over Connor Stiles of Earlham.
7 at 165. Calvin Harvey, Kingsley Pearson, Jackson Kunkel, Hinton, Harvey, Kingsley Pearson, Kunkel.
Mat 4, Alex Tiedemann, Northwood Kinset, up 3-0, looking to possibly get some near falls there.
Down on 6. Looking for a fall here. It's Kobachak.
Did you see who won on 7? I think Shano was ahead. I believe Max Shano got another win for Riverside.
Martin Robson, Max Reed, North Mahaska.
Mat 5, Holden Coley out of Woodbury Central, already up 7-0 in the first, and he's got Andrew Hall of St. Ansgar on his back again. Real close out of bounds. Coley's just keeping that one hand in.
Yep. If he can't get his hand, he's trying to get his toe. Appreciate that.
So he picks up 4 more near falls. So the end of the first period, Holden Coley, Woodbury Central with an 11-0 lead over Andrew Hall of St. Ansgar.
Down on 3. Looks like Colin Walford of Wapello. He's up 6-0 on Ty Christensen of Bosco. Oop, Whirlybird there on 6, but not to no avail.
Yeah, Kaboshik still up 10-1 now. Mat 1, Lane Mitchell, Lawton Bronson up 6-1, looking for a fall. He's got Max Reed and North Mahaska in trouble.
He's going to bury that down.
Lawton Bronson, another one of those sneaky teams that's got some dudes. Everybody knows Riley Watts, but they got some guys. Lane Mitchell picks up a fall for Lawton Bronson on mat 1.
much time we got left in the period.
Tiedemann of Northwood Kensett picks up a reversal, now leading 5-0 in the second period.
$165ers are out there. We got 190 out there.
I think that's 75 at Matt. Oh, number 2 gets thrown. Jackson Kunkel's leading. Number 2, Jackson Kunkel of Hinton's leading 9-2, gets thrown to his back.
Regina, Iowa City, Works, Emmitsburg.
Oh, no.
There's the fall.
Regina, Iowa City.
Right?
Yeah.
Kelvin Harvey out of Kingsley Pearson just pinned number 2, Jackson Kunkel of Hinton, trailing 9-2. I'm telling you, Matt 7 and 8 today are just wild.
We might need a priest to come in here and bless those before.
Wow. That's 2 number 2 seeds going down already in Class 1A.
Yeah. Wow. Good day.
Once again, wrestlers and coaches, if you did lose in either the first or the second round, you will be coming back to the backside. Consolation round will begin directly after the conclusion of this round.
Man, this is some great popcorn.
Athletic Association taking care of us a little bit of popcorn up here.
Yeah.
We didn't get to really eat last night.
Now up on
Mat 8. Somebody was asking about Caleb Brown, Lisbon. Caleb Brown coming up on Mat 8 against Brock Mulder. So somebody's asking Brody Meyer, 3A start. That's a really good question. So what's going to happen here after this round is at 2:30, we're going to get started with the next round, which is Class 2A and Class 3A. My understanding is they will run this whole session of Class 2A first. So 2A is going to wrestle that first round, second round, and a round of consolations before 3A starts. So I actually, the round starts at 2:30. I would not expect 3A in the mat before probably 6:30 at the earliest. But it'll all be one session, so we'll just roll this afternoon into tonight. It's going to be a long grinder.
Yeah, it is. We're going to get real tough here, but you know what? That's what we live for.
State tournament. It's time to get tough.
I'm just curious, is there going to be warm-up time for them at all? Or you're not even going to give them warm-up time.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do this.
So down on 5, we got Landon Schnolny out of Southwind taking on Cody Hagman of Beckman. Schnolny up 3-0 right now on Hagman.
We were looking at the wrong mat, 7 and 8. That was not Kunkel that got pinned. He's on 7. We were looking on mat 8.
Okay.
So Kunkel did, sorry about that, Hinton fans.
Didn't mean to give you guys all.
Kunkel did just win 21-5.
Looks like we got a fall going here on 6. Austin Henderson of Wayne. He's looking for the fall.
Ethan Christopher, Don Bosco.
That headlock is tight.
Don Bosco,
And he gets the fall.
At 175. Choose dental coverage for people who know what matters to Iowans. Delta Dental of Iowa is local with the most dentists.
Down there on mat 8, Brock Mulder, number 1 seed out of Boyden Hole, Rock Valley, leading Caleb Brown 11-4. He's got Brown on his back now as well. Mulder getting some near fall. That's early in the second period.
Meanwhile, down on 2, we got Dane Ballou from Midland. He's up 9-2 on Caleb Nelson of Underwood.
Number 6 at 190. Nolan Friedel.
Cohen Wofford of Wapello picks up 11-2 to major decision over Ty Christensen of Don Bosco.
This might be the first time I've ever seen Ballou spelled 2 different ways.
Yeah. Ballou and Boilu on mat 1 and 2. Down on mat 5, Landon Schnully, South Winneshiek, 3-0 lead over Cody Hageman of Beckman Catholic. That's just started the second period.
Alex Tideman from Northwood Kenseth, he wins a 9-3 match over Connor Brown out of Sioux Central.
Number 1, Ethan Christopher of Don Bosco on the mat on mat 7. They're only 45 seconds in. Ethan Christopher leading 13-3 over Connor Murdoch out of Woodbine.
No, 1A Consolations, we're going to go right into those after this round. Once heavyweights come out, then we're going to run the 106s right through.
There's some more near fall. Brock Mulder of Boyden Hull Rock Valley picks up a 19-4 tech fall over Caleb Brown out of Lisbon.
Tough kid.
Somebody asked about Andrew Hall for St. Ansgar. He won his first match, but he did just lose his second match, so he will wrestle yet again in the Wrestle-backs this morning.
Man, Ethan Christopher, man, just smooth.
Here's Nolan Kriegel. We were just talking about Nolan Kriegel of Iowa Valley coming out on mat 6. Going to be taking on Chance Engel of North Mahaska.
I really hope the Kriegel household has really high ceilings.
Don't make them short.
Ryan Wirtz has got a cradle locked up on Dawson Ballou out of Regina.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
Wirtz comes in as the number 1 seed.
Meanwhile, Dane Ballou is up 13-2 right now. About 30 seconds left here in the second.
Good to see somebody from Midland here. Been a few years since they've had.
They had a run there where they had like 1 or 2 guys that were pushed themselves in the finals.
There's a tech fall for Ballou.
Yeah, Ballou's been one of those kids we've gotten to know pretty well around our area. He's starting to put together, quite a frame for a junior in high school.
Yeah.
But he's always been a talented wrestler.
Keaton Moeller now up on mat 8, gets a quick takedown. Keaton Moeller out of Starmont, number 1 ranked, comes in as the 5 seed. He's a state champion in 2024 before missing all of his junior season for an injury. He's already up 6-1, 30 seconds in, taking on Evan Carrier out of West Monona.
Ooh, really nice low single there by Moeller. Just hit that corner perfectly.
Moeller headed to UNI, wrestle for Coach Schwab next year.
Meanwhile, on 7, Kyler Salas of Bosco, he's making quick work of a cradle there at 2:15.
Moeller steps in on a leg turk, picking up some near fall.
There's the fall for Kyler Salas. About 55 seconds in the first period. So now we're gonna start seeing we're gonna see some heavyweights coming out here, and then we're gonna roll right into consies.
Over on mat 3, end of the first period, Mason Hoyt, Iowa Valley, with a 3-1 lead over Jackson Edwards of Central Springs. Just underway on mat 2, Luke Lansing out of Springville, taking on Lincoln Blickendorfer out of Central Springs. There's a takedown for Nolan Kriegel out of Iowa Valley. He's got a 3-0 lead and looking for a tilt here on mat 6. Picking up some swipes. Oof. Immediate takedown at 2:15. Carter Wright, Woodbury Central with a blast double.
That looked like that hurt. 4. Tucker Dierking with the fall, or was looking for the fall. He's up 5-2. I thought you guys had a 4s on that.
So Carter Wright leads 3-0. They go out of bounds, 15 seconds in. Wright, a former AAU state champion, been a name on the scene for a long time.
Well, that freaking double leg made me hurt.
Gonna go final on mat 5. That's Landon Schnully out of South Winneshiek, picking up a 6-0 win over Cody Hageman out of Beckman Catholic.
Hageman, the 6th seed.
He missed quite a bit of time this year, I believe. I didn't see him a whole lot.
Yeah.
We got 2 Dirkings out here now for Southwest Warren. Mat 1, Josiah Keldall of Lake Mills leading 3-0 over Taryn Dirking. And on mat 4, Tucker Dirking out of Southeast Warren leading 9-2 over the 4 seed Lucas Olson of Woodbine. Coming up, or just underway on mat 6, Nathan Schoenfelder out of Akron Westfield and Adam Marsh of Pocahontas tied 0-0.
So we got another Jessup boy coming out here, Drew Munson. He's taking on Caleb Christian, Nottoway Valley.
Believe that's 190 pounds, but
Yep.
here we go. I think we're going to have first heavyweights coming out on mat 7. So Braxton Plants Montezuma just picked up a fall. So here on mat 7, we're going to have the 3 seed Keegan Long out of Earlham taking on Hayden Cantrell out of Louisa Muscatine. So we got our first heavyweights. This will be the last matches on the front side for this session for Class 1A, but we will have a round of consolations.
Ankle pick there. Oh, had a nice ankle pick, but didn't follow through on mat 4.
I didn't see if Kriegel must have picked up a fall down there. Mat 5, Caleb Christensen, the 2 seed in Nottoway Valley, gets the first takedown, 3-0 lead over Drew Munson out of Jessup. Luke Lansing of Springville up 10-1, but he's in some trouble here on mat 2. Blickendorfer looking for a fall. That's a 10-4 now. We've seen a lot of come from behind falls today. We could have another one here. 37 seconds left. Central Springs coach telling him just sit right where you're at. But, oh, nice job of Lansing coming up and out of that.
Yeah.
He looked like he was in a world of trouble.
Wait, they're calling a technical 1.
Oh, I didn't see what happened there. So that's 1 point to Blickendorfer, but Lansing still leads 11-9. Blickendorfer on a shot, though, late in the second period. At 10 seconds here.
Ooh, meanwhile, Hoyt down on 3.
There's a takedown for Blickendorfer, and he's got Lansing on his back again, but time's going to run out. Almost a fall on 5, but they're going to run out of time for Caleb Christensen.
Hoyt out there just manhandled. He's a big boy.
So I believe the Hoyts are triplets from Iowa Valley, and all 3 of them picked up their 100th win this year.
I thought that one of them was a sister.
But I think they're triplets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down on 1, we got Carson Endy out of Logan Mag. He's taking on Kason Roush of Cascade.
So Mason Hoyt does pick up a 10-1 major decision over Jackson Edwards. Mat 2 is 12-11. Luke Lansing was up, 10-2? And now it's 12-11 in favor of Lincoln Blickendorfer out of Central Springs. Logan Lashbrook doing some work on 8. End of the first period, Lashbrook of Janesville up 15-2 over Brody Harris of South Hamilton.
Down on 7, Nick Saxon of Emmitsburg.
I missed the one before that, Long and Cantrell. Hard to keep up with all these. Number 1, Ashton Hoddle now coming up on mat 6. He'll be taking on Jack Sheeter out of ACGC. Oh, Lashbrook looking for a fall now on mat 8. It's either going to be a tech or a pin.
Just like that.
He's going to let him off. There's a tech fall, 18-2. Logan Lashbrook at Jeffers.
Blickendorfer gets the fall.
Wow, what a match there. It was trailing 10-2, comes back, takes the lead, and gets the fall. So that's going to bring out, I believe, our first consolation match here. Looks like maybe Kyler Happel coming out to mat 8.
The Austin Hoddle show is a real fun show to watch.
Look at that ankle pick for a heavyweight there. So Ashton Hoddle takes a 3-0 lead here, 13 seconds into the first period.
Now wrestling mat number 8 at 106.
This match on 4 is getting interesting here. Durkeen was way ahead. Lucas Olson making a comeback. That is 10-9 in the third period. We got a little bit of blood time here.
Looking for the fall down here on 6. He's Honnold. There's the fall.
28-second fall for number 1 Ashton Honnold to start his tournament.
Dax Youngblood out of Jessup taking on Carter Richter.
11-9 now for Tucker Dierking over Lucas Olson. 18 seconds left. Olson, the 4 seed. Dierking pushes him out of bounds. Oh, and they called Dierking for stalling as he drives Olson out of bounds.
Interesting.
Olson not being real active here for trailing there. He starts to get to his offense, but only 3 seconds left. So there it is. Tucker Dierking, Southeast Warren Melcher knocks off the 4 seed, Lucas Olson of Woodbine, 11-9.
I tell you what, man, we bumped out. There's been a lot of upsets today.
Yeah, 3A we didn't see a whole lot last night, but 1A has been a little crazy this morning.
Let's see what 2A has in store.
Over on mat 1, Carson Edney, Logan Magnolia with a 7-2 lead over Kason Roush out of Cascade. Caleb Christensen in Nottoway Valley up now 13-0 over Drew Munson of Jessup on mat 5.
He's just been hammering him on top.
You're looking for more. He's going to get him over, so that one's going to be over one way or another.
He wants to fall there. Meanwhile, down on 6, we got Hudson Cox out of Southeast Warren taking on Aaron Domeyer out of Beckman.
Carson Hogan Dorn, Boyd the Hole, Rock Valley.
Ooh, big takedown there on 4 at 190.
Kincaid, Baxter.
Ruger Kincaid out of Baxter.
Rock Valley. Now wrestling back.
Real big lift double, puts him right to his butt.
Fans, do you want a free t-shirt? Make some noise for the ISL Education Lending t-shirt toss.
Oh, we're getting the crowd going here. T-shirt toss time.
Good way to wake them
Fans
up.
are fired up.
Roush gets an escape. Still trailing 10-3.
Oh, nice takedown over there on mat 5. That's Camden Cracklio of Durant with a quick 3-0 lead over Porter Shetler of Iowa City Regina. These two should be pretty familiar with each other. So we're winding down here. We got some 6-pounders on the mat for this consolation round right now, but still finishing up. Looks like mostly 2 15-pounders on the mat. Not sure. I think our heavyweights are pretty well done already.
Yeah. Down on 6, we got a cradle locked up. Looks like
Hudson Cox.
He jumps out 11-0 on Aaron Domeyer.
Mat 3. Still going. I believe that's actually 190. Yeah, 190 pounds. Blake Murchew out of Ridgeview with a 3-1 lead over Mason Anderson of Manson Northwest Webster as we head to the 3rd period.
Down on 5, Porter Shetler taking on Camden Crackalow out of Durant. They probably have seen each other a few times. Oh. There's a tech fall, I think, at 6 here. Nope, they didn't wave it. It's going to go bar again.
Good luck to the wrestlers, coaches, and fans from Musco Lighting, the official and exclusive lighting partner.
Meanwhile, down at 8, we got tied up at 6s here.
Whether it's a hometown field or a professional stadium, you always know.
That's Kyler Happel out of Lisbon.
Takedown there on 7. Reversal on 7. That is Micah Scoggin. And he's looking for some near falls.
On mat 2, we're going to head to the 3rd period. Dax Youngblood out of Jessup with a 1-0 lead over Carter Richter of ACGC, 215 pounds. Big match there for Jessup. Try to keep another guy on the front side.
Now wrestling mat number 6 of 106. Cody Hosek. Bell Plain. Jacob Lawson, Pocahontas area. Hosek, Bell Plain. Lawson, Pocahontas area. Now wrestling mat number 6 of 106.
So like I say, just a few matches left at 190 and 215 here, but we're well underway on the consolation round here. That'll be the last round of this session. At 2:30, Class 2A will take the mat, followed by Class 3A. Class 3A competed last night, so they're already in the quarterfinals.
Boy. Oh, we got some Jonesy work going there. It's a near fall.
We get Carter Richter gets an escape over here on mat 2, so that's 1-1 with just over a minute left. Carter Richter, ACGC. Dax Youngblood to Jessup. Richter gets called for stalling. We got going here on mat 3 is going to go final, 190 pounds. Blake Murchew of Ridgeview with a 5-3 win over Mason Anderson of Manson Northwest Webster. So Ridgeview gets Murchew into the quarterfinals. Now here's a heavyweight match coming out on
Fall down here coming up. There it is.
4. Holy cow. That is Carson Hugedorn of Boyden Hole Rock Valley picking up the fall over Ruger Kincaid. That was an exciting match.
Yeah, it was.
We got a new heavyweight match on 1. Reese Stokes out of Hinton taking on Jace Peterson of South Central Calhoun. There's a takedown for Peterson. Still 1-1 on mat 2 with Richter and Youngblood. Now on mat 3 at heavyweight, Cozen Rosenboom, Boyden Hole Rock Valley taking on Will Howes out of MFL Marmac.
So we still
I believe that is Monona, Florenceville, Luena, Marquette, McGregor.
It is. I thought there was like a Franklin?
Frankville.
Frankville.
That's what it is. No. Frankville's part. They're up by Postville. I don't think that's part of MFL, but there is a Frankville up there.
I actually think it is.
Huh? Might be. I should probably know that. That's a 12-8 win for Kyler Happel at 106 down here on mat 8.
Nice win there for him. Down at 8.
Cracklio's got Shetler on his back. Cracklio leads 10-1 in the second period. He's going to pick out three more, so 13-1 now.
Ooh, big double leg there on 4.
That's a heavyweight. Owen Menke out of Sigourney, Keota. Very active heavyweight. He's got Roman Scheffler of AHSTW on his back.
He's going to look for the fall. There's the fall. Mat 4.
So the 5 seed, Owen Menke of Sigourney, Keota, moving on. Carter Richter of ACGC picked up a 4-1 win in overtime over Dax Youngblood of Jessup.
Oh, wow.
So Youngblood will fall to the backside.
At 106, up on mat number 8 right now, 106. Andrew Baker, Westwood Sloan, Caleb Gordon, Jessup.
Now on mat 2 at heavyweight, we got Tegan Dibvik out of Colfax Mingo taking on Antoni Solavi out of Postville.
Colfax Mingo, Anthony Solavi of Postville.
Mat 1, Jace Peterson of South Central Calhoun builds a 9-0 lead just into the second period at heavyweight. But we got 113-pounders out there now in the Constellations. We're rolling right along here. Solavi gets a takedown, looking for some near fall maybe on 2. Dibvik able to get off his back though. But 3-0 lead for Antoni Solavi. Oh, what I would call a fat man roll out of Dibvik, but he doesn't quite get it. He had Solavi dumped all the way on his hip, but wasn't able to spin around. So Solavi still leads 3-0.
We got some 13-pounders out here right now.
Yep. On mat 3 at heavyweight, Will Howes of MFL with a 1-0 lead over Cozen Rosenboom out of Boyden Hole Rock Valley. That's early in the second period. Another takedown on 1 for Jace Peterson of South Central Calhoun. Now leads 12-1 in the second period. So we got 3 heavyweight mats out here, and then
Ooh,
the rest
big
of them
step
are.
over on, oh, I was going to say, big step over on 4, but doesn't get it.
Yeah, the rest of them here are all consolation bouts. Another roll attempt from Dibvik, but Slavi sees it coming that time. Another roll. He might get it this time.
And he does get
Oh,
it.
my goodness. Slavi just kept falling for it.
And there's the fall.
Oh, wow. So Tegan Dibvik of Colfax Mingo hits the roll, picks up a fall over Antoni Salavi of Postville. Kept burying that arm in there.
Yep. You don't fall for it that many times, man. It's on you.
Right.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 113.
Got near falls going on in 4.
Woodbury Central, Luke Buckingham,
It's like Brody Johnson. He's up
Woodbury Central, Luke Buckingham,
7-0.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 113.
Mat number 5, Landon Thayer of Logan Magnolia with a 9-5 lead over Isaac Marr out of Riceville.
Take down there on 2.
Stay tuned, I Wrestle. We're going to have a little story on Isaac Marr out of Riceville. He was actually in a wheelchair not very long ago.
Really?
Competing at the state tournament now. So looks like we're down to our last 2 matches of that second round on the front side. Mat 1, Jace Peterson, South Central Calhoun, up 16-3 against Reese Stokes of Hinton. That's halfway through the third period. Now on Mat 3, we are just underway in the third period. Will Howes of MFL Marmac with a 1-0 lead over Cozen Rosenboom out of Boyden Hole Rock Valley.
How many matches are on the backside per weight?
Should be 8.
Okay. Ooh.
So we still got 8 on the front side, and nobody's been eliminated yet. So you do lose this consolation round going on right now. You lose this, your tournament is over. Oh, there's Jace Peterson with another takedown and a fall. So Jace Peterson, South Central Calhoun, moving on at heavyweight. He's into the quarterfinals. So our last match of the second round is halfway through the third period here on Mat 3. Will Howes of MFL putting on a ride. He's up 1-0 on Rosenboom of Boyden Hall Rock Valley. 50 seconds left.
Down on 2 here. Nathan Benedict's, he's up 9-2 on Luke Buckingham out of Central Decatur, 9-3. About 30 seconds left here in the second. First, sorry. Yes, Honnold got to take down and then pin. Making quick work.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 at 106. Ryland Hawksbergen, Boyden Hole Rock Valley, Wyatt Heber, MD, AOCOU. Hawksbergen.
Yes, we are the 2 gentlemen who did this last year, and yes, we are great.
That is the always humble Jeremy Buffelli.
Oh, yes.
Coming here with Lars Underbaki on the call this morning. House still putting on a ride here. 15 seconds left. Putting that arm on the back. He's got Rosenboom flattened out. He's almost getting greedy with it. I think you just ride him out here for this last 10 seconds. Stay behind the arms. They're going to go final there. Will Howes, MFL Marmac, picks up a 1-0 win at heavyweight. He's going to move into the quarterfinals for MFL Marmac. So we are all consolation round now.
And we're
got to win it to stay in it.
Otherwise, you're going to be down at the IA Wrestle booth buying it up. Oh, I went 0-2 shirt.
Wait, where can we find IA Wrestle gear?
Oh, you can find IA Wrestle gear at Buzzard Billy's right after this session.
Basement of Buzzard Billy's. We have a giant selection of gear down there. Stephanie Hager's down there slinging it. She's ready to sell you whatever you need.
You need a hat? We got 40 different hats.
At least.
You need a koozie? We got a koozie.
North Butler, Clarksville, Chase
Heck,
Morris.
if Tony's annoying her enough, she might sell you Tony.
North Butler, Clarksville.
Nathan Benedicts out of Woodbury Central picks up a tech fall.
113.
Down on 5. Landon Thayer, big takedown, and looking for the fall. He's up 14-5, but he's looking to put this one away here.
There it
There's the
is.
fall, Matt 5.
Landon Thayer, Logan Magnolia with a fall. Ends the tournament for Isaac Marr out of Riceville.
Tyler Pugh, West Central Valley. White of Nashville Plainfield. Pugh of West Central Valley. Now up on mat number 8 at 113.
Mark Williamson left the ball. Preview coverage at 440.
Kason Lopez from West Sioux down here on mat 2. I didn't see him lose that second round. So Kason Lopez taking on Maxwell Klein out of Lawton Bronson. They drove a long ways down here from Northwest Iowa to meet.
Yeah.
113. Carter Ham, Blake Mills, Beckett Suba of Hinton.
If you're still out here, folks, let us know how it's going. Let us know if there's anybody you want us to cover here in the consolation round. Looks like we got all 106, 113 pounders. Oh, no, we got a 120 pounder out here now. So going through the consolation round again, you lose, your tournament's over. But if you win, you survive till tomorrow. Class 1A will wrestle again at 9 a.m. tomorrow, 1A and 2A in that session. This afternoon at 2:30, we'll have Class 2A's first round action, followed by Class 3A quarterfinals. Looking for a fall here on mat 4. That is Cale Stricker Lisbon. He's got Max Monette out of North Tame on his back, and there's a fall. Cale Stricker moving on for Lisbon. Now underway on mat 7, Dakota Aney, Columbus Winfield Mount Union, taking on Case Kraft of South Central Calhoun. Aney looking for a whip over, but Kraft comes through that. Mat 3, Jackson Shue, North Butler Clarksville out to a 7-0 lead after the first period over Chase Morris of North Tama.
Anderson of Hinton, Knudsen, Central Springs, now wrestling on mat 4.
Mat 2, Case Lopez up 3-0, looking for a tilt. Not quite able to catch that though. So still 3-0 lead over Maxwell Klein of Lawton Bronson. Now he goes back over with that tilt and getting some swipes here. Good job elevating that leg. Time's going to run out here in the first period. But with 4 near fall, Kason Lopez now leads 7-0. Mat 6, we're in the second period. Darnell Ramirez of Postville with a 7-0 lead over Lincoln Russell of Baxter. And there's a tech fall on mat 1. Wyatt Hyber of Maple Valley Anthony Odo picks up a 17-2 win over Hawksbergen of Boyden Hall Rock Valley.
Chase Slaybaugh, NCGC, Leighton Langschwager, Alta Aurelia. Slaybaugh, ACGC.
Down on mat 7, Dakota Aney of Columbus Winfield Mount Union with a 3-0 lead late in the first period. He's facing Case Kraft of South Central Calhoun. Paula, appreciate you listening. Stratton Luke will be coming up this afternoon for Union. Appreciate you tuning into some 1A coverage, though. Julie, we'll try our best to catch Melling and Schroeder here on the backside. Should be coming up here shortly. Kason Lopez now up 15-2 here in the second period. After he cuts him loose, he's going to be looking for another takedown tech fall. He's in on a shot.
Big bar half down here on 5. Beckett Suba as they run out of time. He had that thing tight when he ran it.
There's a technical fall for Kason Lopez of West Sioux, 18-2. There's a tech fall on 3 for Jackson Shue out of North Butler, Clarksville.
Jacob Roush, North Lynn, Tipton Cox, Watts Valley. Roush of North Lynn, Cox of Watts Valley, now up on mat number 3 at 120.
Nice big reverse there on 5.
was just going to say reversal on 8 as well. Jagger White of National Plainfield now up 5-0. Dakota Aney was getting some near fall down there on 7. He's out to a big lead now. Aney of Columbus Junction, Columbus Community. 7-0, but the ref's holding at least a couple here. Now Aney's got him on his back again, getting more swipes, looking for a fall.
There it is.
What's that? Oh, Mat 5. That was Beckett Savaba out of Hinton with the fall. There's 4 near fall for Aney, so he now leads 11-0 over Casecraft. Some near falls going on. Mat 8 for Jagger White. Oh, looked like he swiped a couple times. He's going to wave it off. 5-0 lead for Jagger.
Down on 2, we got Aiden Alderman on Durant. He's taking on Owen Sarah out of Mo Valley.
After the first period on 1, Chase Schlebaugh out of ACGC with a 7-0 lead over Landschwager out of Alta Aurelia. Coming up on 5 now, we're going to have Kason Fitch, Colfax Mingo, taking on Drew Teague of West Central Valley. And halfway through the first period on mat 3, Jacob Roush out of Northland with a 3-1 lead over Kipton Cox out of Wapsie Valley.
Down on 3, Kipton Cox and Jacob Roush.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 120.
We got a crazy scramble going on down here on 5. They are all over the place, but there's a takedown. Drew Teague, West Central Valley, 3-0 lead early on against Kason Fitch of Colfax.
Meanwhile, Roush on Fireman's on Kipton Cox. You gotta find it. He gets his 3 possible near falls. Yep, he's got him. We're gonna get some back points out of that one.
Maybe a swipe or 2. I'm not sure. Oh, he's gonna take him back over though. Good job keeping that arm. Oh, no, it's still waving it off.
Keep that arm, put it in the back pocket.
Down on mat 7, that's a tech fall, 17-1. Dakota Aney, Columbus, Winfield, Mount Union. Moving on.
There's 3 on 6.
Braden Anderson of Hinton gets a fall down here on mat 4. Defeats Lane Knutson of Central Springs. Mat 6, that's Quentin Heaston of Woodbine with a 3-0 lead over Curtis Bullock of South Central Calhoun early in the first period.
Coming up on 7, we got Dakota Aney out of Columbus.
Nope, that just finished. Aney got the tech fall.
Rich Sterna out of Waco Wayland taking on Braden Thomas out of Central Decatur.
West Monona waiting. Regan, the Weiss Muscatine now up on mat number 4 at 126. Now wrestling on.
Oh, here you go. We got a fan of Jacob McCargill. He's a hammer. He's an absolute stud, and this kid is chasing competition. Last year, he goes down to face Kyler Knack, finishes runner-up, comes in undefeated this year, cuts down from 75 to 65 to face Bowden White. They come into the state tournament, I believe, a combined 105-0.
Oh, boy. That's going to be
Not
fun.
to mention number 3, Bill Fullhart in that bracket as well.
Meanwhile,
65 is going to be a fun one.
Rich Sterna looking for the fall. Big cradle there down on 7.
On mat number 6 at 126, Wesley Ross, Montezuma, Tatum Honda, Cascade.
Down on 6, here comes a Honda roll.
Better watch this one. Wesley Ross of Montezuma taking on Tatum Honda of Cascade.
We'll take a break. Be back in a moment.
Grabs his ankle band, runs to the side so he can roll back in.
Yep.
Harnessing his chi a little bit here first.
Yes.
And there's the roll.
There's the jump.
Headlock down here on mat 2. There's 4 near fall for Aiden Alderman of Durant. So he ties it up 9-9 against Owen Becerra of Missouri Valley here in the second period.
Honda with a takedown right away. He's a fun kid to coach.
Yeah. Mat 4, Walker Riggin, Louisa Muscatine up 3-0 early in the first over Brody Carter of West Monona. Getting underway on mat 7 will be Ty Strode of Nottoway Valley taking on Kelvin Smith of Columbus Catholic.
Down on 1, there's a takedown there.
Yeah, big lead for Chase Schleybaugh out of ACGC, looking for a fall now. Nope, not going to get that, but 11-0 lead over Lance Schwager of Alta Aurelia. That's halfway through the third period. And getting ready to get underway on mat 3 is going to be Keldon Munn, Nashua Plainfield, taking on Caleb Hoffman out of Coon Rapids Bear. Getting some swipes down on 5. That's Kason Fitch. Colfax Mingo, he's up 10-3 now. Drew Teague got that first takedown, but Fitch putting on a lot of points here. It's now 14-3 in favor of Fitch.
Honda looking for the fall. He's getting near falls here. Big bar for him.
No fall, but he picks up 3 near falls, 6-0.
Down on 3, we got Caleb Huffman. He's up 3-0 on Keldon Munn out of Nashua Plainfield.
We have all kinds of blood time going on. Mat 8, Jagger White of Nashua Plainfield still up 8-0 against Tyler Pugh of West Central Valley. And there it is on mat 5, Kason Fitch, Colfax Mingo. 18 straight points to score an 18-3 tech fall over Drew Teague.
Nashua Plainfield, Bowen Thompson, Columbus, WMU. Swanziger, Nashua Plainfield, Thompson, Columbus, WMU.
Down on 5, we got Lucas Swanziger out of Nashua Plainfield taking on Bowen Thompson out of Columbus.
Fletcher, Underwood. Helgeson, Lake Mills, Fletcher,
on in on another takedown.
Number 1 at 126.
He liked to go on his feet.
Oh.
As much as I said he's fun to coach, he's also a panic attack waiting to happen.
There's another takedown for Honda, though, to go up 9-0. Mat 2, we're still tied 9-9 halfway through the third period. Owen Becerra, Missouri Valley, Aiden Alderman Durant.
Down on 4, it looks like Walter Riggin out of Liza Muscatine had a cradle locked up, didn't get it, though. He's up 3-1, though. Shot here on mat 2, real nice outside step. Owen Becerra, there's the takedown. He's going ahead 12-9 here with 30 seconds left. Hondo with the cradle. As he's up 9-0, he's got a cradle locked up. He's going to jump side, try to walk that through, but he doesn't, gets himself up. He's up 9-0 here with 50 seconds left in the second, but he's going bar again. He's going to give himself a set of 4 or 3. Wait, 2, sorry.
He got something.
Yeah, he got something out of it.
On mat 4 there, Walker Riggin now up 6-2 late in the second period. And on mat 2, we're going to go final. Owen Becerra, Missouri Valley, picks up a 12-9 win over Aiden Alderman and Durant.
Down on 5, Bowen Thompson, he's up 3-0 right now. Down on 8, Connor Keller out of Earlham taking on Mason Fowd out of Hudson.
Just getting underway. On 7, Ty Strode, Nottoway Valley, up 7-0 after the first period, leading Kelvin Smith of Columbus Catholic. Oh, we got a possible fall down here on 3.
And there it is.
So that is Caleb Hoffman, Coon Rapids Baird, picking up a fall over Keldon Munn of Nashua Plainfield. Coming out on mat 2 is going to be Dalton Brinkman out of Janesville, taking on Kingston Kerrigan out of Riverside, Oakland. Again, we've talked about Riverside, Oakland had a real good morning.
Bishop Hammond, Earlham, Truman Hogan.
Going to be somewhere in
Central
that mix in
Springs.
team points.
Hammond of Earlham,
Yep.
Hogan of
Riverside's
Central
in sixth
Springs.
place, actually.
Wrestling on
Sixth?
mat number
Yeah.
3 At 132.
Eric Tatum Honda with the 15-0 tech.
Nice. Good win there for Honda.
Yep. 2-1 on the day.
Mat 5, Bowen Thompson still leading 3-0 over Zwazinger out of Nashua. Now there's an escape, 4-0 now for Thompson.
Cole Baumgars, Boynton Hall, Rock Valley. Johnny
Two quick
Cortez,
takedowns for Kingston
Coon
Kerrigan
Rapids
of Riverside. He's up 6-1 already, 20 seconds in.
Rock Valley, Cortez, Coon Rapids Bear. Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 132.
Down on 8. Looks like Fout's up 3-0 on Keller out of Earlham. He's got a bar. He's looking for a fall here. He's just got to settle in just a little bit more, and I think he's going to have it. There's the fall.
Down on 3, Truman Hogan of Central Springs now up 7-0 in the first period against Bishop Hammond out of Earlham. Make that 9-0 now after a couple near fall. We got all kinds of scoring going on in Mat 2. Brinkman gets some points of his own, but Kingston Kerrigan leads 9-6. Still 40 seconds left in the first period. Oh, possible fall on 4.
Yep, there's the fall on 4.
Walker Riggin, Louisa Muscatine. Oh no, time ran out.
Oh.
He had him flatten his back, but time ran out. So he picks up a 13-2 major decision for Walker Riggin out of Louisa Muscatine.
Meanwhile, Kingston Kerrigan, he's up 10-6 right now on Mat 2 over Dalton Brinkman.
In the first period.
Yeah, a lot of points getting thrown around. So like we said, guys, this next session is going to be an absolute gauntlet. You know, it's going to be one straight session through. So just out of complete transparency, we're probably going to be logging off here in a little bit, kind of, you know, get something to eat, get something to rest up, because, you know, we got a long night ahead of us. So we do appreciate you guys tuning in, but probably about 15 minutes here, we're going to be signing off. So we're going to try getting as many matches in the weekend here in the next 15 minutes.
We had somebody earlier asking about this match. Just getting ready to get underway on Mat 3. Jordan Melling, East Marshall, Luke Schroeder out of Missouri Valley. Somebody just asked 2A starts 2:30.
2:30.
2:30 we'll have first round action for Class 2A.
Down on 4 here, we got Carter Gadberry out of Lisbon taking on Teague Pepper out of Waco. That Waco coaching staff is pretty impressive. You got Seth Pugh, you got Mark Tong Van, and Eric Davis coaching.
Ty Strode of Nottoway Valley picks up a win down on Mat 7. Oh, Kingston Kerrigan with the big double lift. Gets another takedown. That's 17-6 now, halfway through the second period.
Mason Fout got the pin over Earlham.
Now up on 7 will be Brady Brash of Don Bosco taking on Trey Raymer out of Durant. Jordan Melling did pick up a takedown over there on Mat 3. Try to keep an eye on that one. So there's an escape for Schroeder, but Melling leads 3-1. 55 seconds left here in the first period. A possible fall on 6. That is
There
Cortez. Coon Rapids Baird. Johnny Cortez picks up a fall over Cole Baumgars of Boynton Hall, Rock Valley.
Dude, Johnny Cortez could be a handful.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these Coon Rapids Baird guys have been putting up some points and getting some falls today. Down on Mat 5, 30 seconds left. It's a 9-7 lead for Bowen Thompson, Columbus, Winfield, Mount Union. Leads Luke Zwazinger out of Nashville Plainfield. Go out of bounds, 29 seconds. Kingston Kerrigan again on a big double. There's a takedown and a tech fall, 23-8. Technical fall for Kingston Kerrigan, Riverside, Oakland.
Now wrestling on mat number
Still
6
3-1
at
on mat 3. 10 seconds left in the first. Jordan Melling, East Marshall leading Luke Schroeder, Missouri Valley.
Ogden Johnson, MMCRU. Now wrestling on mat 6 at 138. Now up on mat number 1.
They go final on mat 1. Owen Fletcher of Underwood picks up a 5-1 win over Mason Helgeson. We got a cradle on 5. Zwazinger's been trailing,
Time runs out.
but he got the takedown.
Okay.
So a 10-9 win for Zwazinger and a late takedown. 10-9, Zwazinger beats Bowen Thompson of Columbus Winfield Mount Union. Wow. That's a heartbreaker there. Bowen Thompson tournament's over. Mat 6, Kinnick Munson of Ogden with another takedown. He's been scoring all kinds of points today. He's up 3-0, looking for a fall now. Taking on Gage Johnson of MMCRU.
Can you name all those?
Nope.
Marcus, Meridian, Cleghorn,
Cleghorn.
Remsen, and
I just know they're good at football.
yeah, they're really good at football.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 132.
Down on 8 here, we got Tacoma Thompson out of MFL Marmac and CJ Rodriguez out of Emmitsburg.
Rodriguez leading 9-3. Over there on mat 3, it's still 3-2 in favor of Jordan Melling over Luke Schroeder.
Big pin there on 6. Wow. Gage Johnson comes from behind with a pin on 6.
So that's twice Kinnick Munson's been ahead today and gotten pinned. His tournament is over. Munson was piling up points, but just couldn't keep himself out of trouble. Some words of encouragement for Coach Sundell, but what do you say?
Yeah. Probably going to get a team point there as well.
Looks like Schroeder's close to maybe a takedown over here on 3. Melling's trying to roll him through, but he catches himself on his back. Luke Schroeder's got Melling in a world of trouble. There's the fall.
Wow.
Luke Schroeder, Missouri Valley, trailing 3-2, picks up a fall over Jordan Melling of East Marshall.
ACGC, Colash, North Union, wrestling on mat number 6 at 144.
Mat 1, Maddox Morrison, North Butler with a 3-0 lead. 30 seconds into the first over Rex Shano of Riverside, Oakland.
Big old snap down by Gadberry from Lisbon.
Extends his lead to 7-0.
Yeah, Pepper had a mouthful of Matt for lunch.
Mat number 7, Brady Brash out of Don Bosco, leading 5-1 over Trey Raymer of Durant as they head to the third period.
Down on 6. We got a possible fall coming here. Charlie Christensen and Castor Galich out of North Union.
At 144. Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 138. Ethan Gaken of West Hancock.
He's got plenty of time to sit there on it. Just got to readjust and readjust and take your time.
Yeah, Christensen of ACGC looking for a fall. Coming out on mat 5 now, we got Ethan Gaken out of Britt West Hancock taking on Jet Kramer of Linville Sully.
Down on 8. CJ Rodriguez opening up big time on Tacoma Thompson, 18-6. But meanwhile, Thompson goes big, gets the fall.
Oh my gosh, 7 and 8 have just been come from behind pins all day. Tacoma Thompson, MFL Marmac trailing 18-9, picks up a fall. Never say die.
Nope.
Oh man. Highest of highs and lowest of lows of this tournament.
Yep.
Weddings and funerals.
Yep, I was just going to say the back hallways are weddings and funerals, man, or birthdays and funerals. Especially tomorrow. Tomorrow the back will be flooded with tears. Gadberry in on a nice shot there. There's 3.
at 138.
Meanwhile, down on 5,
Jet
Jet Kramer with the fall.
He was behind 7-2. Gaken took him down, put him on his back.
Man, we got to
Kramer reversed him straight to his back and gets a fall.
we got to remind people to check or keep the leads, protect their leads.
Oh, nice double leg. Drives out of bounds on mat 2. That's Taylor Kibbe of Janesville. He's leading 14-3 in the second period over Liam Jenkins of Logan Magnolia. There's a fall on 1 for Maddox Morrison out of North Butler. Picks up a fall over Rex Shano of Riverside, Oakland. And looking for a fall on 7, that's Brady Brash of Don Bosco. Looking to add some bonus points for Bosco. He's got Trey Raymer on his back late in the third.
Down on 6, we're looking for that fall again. But he's got to pop his hips out. You got to get set of 4, but goes right back into waterfall. Down on 7, Brady Bash.
Just a quick reminder.
There's 4.
Session 3 this afternoon will begin at 2:30.
He gets the major decision. Brady Brash, Don Bosco 13-1 over Trey Raymer out of Durant.
Quarterfinals and third and fourth round consolations will follow the Class 2As this afternoon into this evening. So once again, Session 3 begins at 2:30. We'll begin with Class 2A, first and second rounds and second round consolations, followed by Class 3A, quarterfinals, and third and fourth round consolations.
Oh, Lord.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 at 138, William Sakic of Belle Plaine, Evan Irvenbach, West Lyon.
Now up on mat 1 will be William Sankot out of Belle Plaine taking on Evan Erpenbach out of West Lyon. That's what, a 10 versus 6, I believe, on the backside.
Yeah.
First round consolation. One of them is going to go into
Max Pollock. Oh, no, time ran out.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 138.
no fall, but Max Pollock of Wayne Corridon leading 7-0 over Max Winger to Logan Magnolia after the first period.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 138.
Over on 5, Josh Winey goes ahead 6-1. About 30 seconds left here in the first.
Brandon Hugel of Circuit Kyoto, Vance of National Playing Field, now wrestling on mat number 7 at 138.
Looking for the fall down there on mat 8. Max Pollock. There's the fall. If you're on 7 and 8 and you have someone on your back, you better keep them there.
Right.
Down on 3. Ooh, got a reversal. Oh, I thought we were going to catch Butcher there, but does not get it. All right, coming up here on 6, we got, I want to say Prine out of North Lynn.
Now wrestling.
We got Weston Price takes on Kevin Steve out of Nottoway Valley.
Nottoway Valley, Weston Price, North Lynn. Stevie, Nottoway Valley, Price.
Taylor Kibbe of Janesville did pick up a 17-3 major decision on 2.
Now up on mat number 8 at 144. Parker Glassmaker, MMC RU. Austin Wagner, Panorama.
Down on 5. Winey's still holding on to 7-1. Ooh. Winey's front head game is slick. He just goes pop, left, goes right.
And he now leads 10-1 over Carter Obermeyer of Ottoman.
It's impressive.
Mat 3, Chance Christensen Riceville with a quick takedown, 3-0 lead over Kenny Ness of Gradinger Terrell. Looking for a fall on 1. There it is. William Sankot picks up a fall. Number 6 seed Evan Erpenbach goes 0-2 barbecue.
Wait, repeat that?
6 seed goes 0-2.
Oh, speaking of barbecue.
We don't have much time. We're gonna have another session here in 2 hours.
Yep. But I'm gonna get as many carbs in my system as I can so I can hold out the rest of the night.
Here's a fall on 7. Riker Vandehuvel out of Sigourney, Kyoto picks up a fall. And a tech fall on Matt 5 in the second period. Josh Winey out of Earlham, 18-1.
Down on 7. It looks like Riker Vandervelde out of Sigourney, Kyoto. He wins 9-0.
He got a fall, actually, for Vanderhuvel.
Okay.
Yep.
Down on 1, Dustin Van Ort, the 2 seed, taking the upset in the first round. He's wrestling Wiley Brokaw of Lennox.
There's a fall on 2. Chance Christensen out of Riceville picks up a fall. Can make his way till tomorrow.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 150. Greeley Kirkley, West Lyon. Tyrone Perro of Jessup. Kirkley, West Lyon.
Weston Price and North Lynn leading 3-0 over Keon Stevie and Nottoway Valley down here on 6. That's at 144. And on 5 is Tyrone Perro of Jessup taking on Greeley Kirkley to West Lyon. Just underway.
Sliding off down on 8 here.
Of Belle Plaine, Winton Hogan,
Austin Wagner of Panorama taking on Parker Glassmaker of Marcus Meridian.
Weston Price goes low outside single and gets met with a big old side of head, but ran right through it.
6-0 lead for Weston Price. Well, Van Ort gave up a takedown down there on 1. Trailing 3-0 to Wiley Brokaw of Lennox.
He's going to have to... Oh, wow. Reversal on a throw.
Matt 3.
Yeah.
For the win. Oh, no, he was ahead by 2. But gets a takedown and a couple near falls. So Wade Hawkins, Logan Magnolia survives 11-6 over Preston Gaken out of Britt West Hancock.
Yeah, he's hurting. He hit his head hard.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 157.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening this morning. We're going to be signing off here for a little bit. We'll be back at 2:30 for Class 2A. Well, I'll be back. Lars is going to turn in dad mode for a little bit, but I'll be back probably with Tony Hager. We'll be back, and we're going to be here all night long. So thanks for listening, guys. This is Worm and Lars. We got our one. We're out.